different type of Purim you mean in the Oilamus or just here Lamati Masurat Koch, Lamati Masurat Zohar? Okay.
That's fine, no, I got it.
You want it up?
Yeah, it's fine. Saying
He's
I
coming.
got it.
He's coming.
Wow.
Ja,
Wat je nu doet?
So let's all get present for a minute. It's important to get present. Yeah, you ready? Okay. This is not a one-man show. This is it's the whole vessel. That's the power of it. Matcha was just asking, see, how you Purim, it's going to be a different Purim only in the Oilamus or the here also. The question is, if it's one, then it's only in the Oilamus, because it's a fantasy.
Same thing.
But if it's a tzibur, then it's already Lamata Masura Purim. Now it's not anymore. Now it's an Oilamus here. So it needs everybody. What does it mean? What does it mean? It needs everybody. So. Try nog allemaal wat. Nou, wat ongezien. Ja, oké. Yitka Vuvka is. This is important. This could be the Purim. I mean, one part of it, one aspect of it. So you have the roots and you have the will, the desire. There's a will and there's a desire. What's up, Yuda? There's a will and there's a desire to. There's like a raw will and a desire. Because whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever sebast and whatever your confusion, your pain is, that is. Because you don't know what the will is. The will is already trapped in the processors, in the. Okay, let's go like this. Try to be present. In other words, no, this is. Okay, fine, good. It's coming up in Geherig, yeah, there's a Michigan kind. Don't worry about it. I'm saying that there's an Indian and no chewing, no nothing to be present. Because if we're like when the stuff medicine can't suggest.
Medicine?
Of course, if it was not medicine, that's just a 6-8 hour experience. We're talking about a lifetime experience. It's a charge. It's a trip. It's a tripwire. It shocks the body, it shocks the energy body, and it's the chayim. You're not so stiff anymore. After a few good hits in the stomach, you're not so stiff. You're realizing that you can move, and then you're learning how to move, and you're learning how to deal with your problem because it's not in chayim. It's not a chayim levanim. It's not a chayim levanim. So being present, anyway. So the nikida is, if we can go back to the will. If we can go back to the roots, then it is you're out of your pain. That's the Geila. Yeah, this is Rebbe Rashab. Pashas Vayigash. Toshin Ayin So the vart is that there is the will, then that will got on in a yid, the Kurdish yid, and then from the Keser into the Chachma, it's still very powerful at that place, which means that it's in the right brain. We're going to bring it down soon, a little more fun, but let's just start off with that, because this is like a brain driller. What this does is it plants a seed in your mind and your moed, and it twists your body. It raises the degree, the vibration of sensitivity. When you learn this Torah from Torah Rebbe Rashab, it's very strong fire. It goes into it's moichen, very powerful moichen, very explained in detail. It takes you into the process. Yeah, and then it goes down through the neck, and then it changes your vibration. It changes the way you feel and the way you see things. And if you want to get to Adal Yuda, then that's what you need. If you want to get to Adal Yuda means that getting to a place higher than any type of logic, higher than anything that makes sense, higher than anything that that you think that only if you understand it, then it's hovers. Like where am I stuck? Where am I stuck? I need to figure it out. You think when you chap it, that's where the answer is, but no, you're just getting stuck over there, because remember, Amulek is also in the Chachma, Amulek is in the intellect, Amulek is not a consciousness, Amulek is, this is going to be more fun. So, Raishis? Yeah, what's Raishis? Raishis is Chachma, Chachma shenikra Raishis, Yisrael shenikra Raishis, so Amulek is an intellect, which means there's consciousness where I measure things. If mest is based on my past and the way my machine is built, and that's how I receive things and that's how I process things. But then there is the Barak HaMavrik, is that thing that creates a child. It's that little spark in the brain, in the right brain, that creates a child. A thought that goes down the das, goes down the spine, and then into the bina, the feminine, and from there it starts evolving. Another creation takes place. There's different things that grow. Trees, you have fruits, and you have different things that come out of the ground. Vegetables, it grows. Then there's something that grows from the womb. It grows. Babies geboren. This thing starts from a thought that then goes into this very complex machine called Bina, a processor. 49 levels of ways of triggering Chachma and how to open up this one thought that the right brain had. And 9 months later, it's continuing the binnacle cord, and even after you cut it, there's still an attachment. There's always yonik from the binna. There's always yonik from the binna. Yonik from the Abba also. So listen in, because that's where Purim is happening. Purim is happening. That's what's happening in Matcha. Ateris Yesod, we're talking about Matcha, Ateris Yesod the Abba, Matcha Yesod the Abba. That means that throughout the year we can only create through the feminine. The masculine has to be mashpiyah to the feminine, and from there's a process that takes place with your thoughts and the way they evolve, even into male partners. There's the masculine and the feminine happening. There's something is evolving from that place. So there's a whole thing of evolution, how something can show up in the Welt, how something can manifest in the Welt. There's a process of evolution. Different machines evolve things differently. Some more this way, some more that way, faster, quicker, slower, but deeper and further. Purim, there's no process, there's no seder stalsher, there's no where you need to be mashpiyah to the feminine. It's the masculine and it's birthing right away. You're planting, it's Yisoy the Abba, which means it comes all the way through the feminine. Codes in Kabbalah, don't worry about it. So, which means that Yisoy is fully exposed, which means that Purim, when you walk around, what you have to be thinking is to be present. Nothing has to happen on Purim. Nothing is going to happen on Purim. The Big Bang is happening in the silence. The more present you can be, the more powerful you can be with your simcha and your internal simcha. Eternal simcha, what that means, not that I'm happy. You're supposed to feel light in the stomach, where you just become ruach. You become more of a spirit and less of chomer. Adala yada. Beyond logic, just going into the ruach of it, the spirit of it. As you're doing this, you're planting, so when the tzaddik, they have, they make yichidim, it stays forever, right? So we do the sage lahavdul to clear out from whatever energy. There's you're walking, you're releasing stuff. You're not so chomerdik. It's like it's electricity. And it leaves a trace, and sometimes trace in the space. So Now you're opening up, and now you're mixing more stuff. So it has to be a sterile place. Those are clean plots. A place where you can open yourself up, where you feel, you can purge that without, taking in others, God forbid. So even yes, it's not a big deal. Just gets a little verdreit, but it's fine. Because anyways, everything is it anyway, so it's not really, doesn't really make a difference. So, but Purim, you are leaving a trace. Yeh the small there is present. And what does it mean present? We'll talk. What does it mean present? I have no clue what present means.
It's in traffic, Purim.
Well, before it's in traffic, it means that I'm good. It means that I'm good. It means that you say l'chaim, and you feel that you're good. You're feeling you can be bitter. You know that you can be miserable now. You can go into Victias, Purim, I really don't care, I don't have whatever I need anyways, and this then Yedan is happy, and it's whatever. No. That's Amulek right there. That's Amulek. That's a sea, it's an ocean of sfekas and pain and confusion. That is Amulek. This is Amulek. Purim is the tug that you can overpower, because Amulek played. He played the lotto and he lost. He went to the end and he lost. Can you imagine what type of turnaround that is? The power that's in the type of display of his galus avodah, his galus of echad, his galus of matchat tzadik, which is Klal Yisrael. So Human knew, with everything that he had one problem. He had a problem with matchat tzadik. Jeder andere is of kodim mishtabel, but nicht So what's the problem? The problem is that Shulam. The problem is that there is a truth to every lie, which means that there's always another side to your lie. There's always another side to your pain. There's another side that you can hold space for that and see the good overcome. Human was such a giant, such a machashev that any level his clipper was still big enough to put you to shame. Like the koich ha'oyer hasn't met his match. He was still that much more powerful. He was able to figure out a way how to get 18,000 Yidden into eating a meal, a seder that wasn't supposed to be by. He was a powerful player, and nobody was able to stand. Even Achashverosh was working for him, so to speak. He was strong until he met Matcha. Matcha was his truth. Matcha stared right at him. He didn't budge. He was like, Matcha will sich and that's my problem. From all the people, that's my problem. You have Human on one side, and you have Matcha on the other side. So really, to get to such a level of standing up to the Klippa, to standing up to Amulek, which you're going to be dealing with on Purim, you're going to be dealing with Klippa, unless you're good. You go dive head first, then maybe not. Once you enter the space of Simcha takes you into more Samachtig Vaicher. What means is that you don't have so much metal in your body, which means that a lot of things that you take personally, that you're caught up on, you let go of. Because you're in a different vibration. It's like nonsense, whatever. I want to be peaceful, I want to be in Simcha. Simcha does that. And as you do that, your body becomes more Ruach than Choyme. And when you are more Ruach than Choyme, you know what that means? More Ruach than Choyme? What's more Ruach than Choyme?
It's heavy.
Ruach is more positive.
Okay, how does that?
Is heavy.
No, but Ruach is lighter. Ruach is lighter, no?
More flow.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but Oisi is
More connected.
what does it mean more connected?
Connected to yourself, connected to your source.
What does it feel like? What does it feel? What does it feel like? Was that? Made in bittul. Okay, good. We'll get to that in a minute. But That's actually, wow, very good. See? Tanaka Shabbat. I'm trying to, we're going to explain Chachma, Mois and the Chachma when he's telling me the answer. He's like, what's Chomer Ruach? And it's right there. What's the Anazoi? So it starts from bottom up. And those is talking was Moshe given the Vikir mit Betzalel. And come Vikir when Moshe said, let's build the Uden for and Betzalel told him that man mag koiden, man laat aan de bed en nog een boot met de hoos, koiden boot met de hoos, nog een lak maar aan de bed. Zolang we kunnen maken de mischung, nog een maken de Uden. So, zoekt Moshe, ja, als ever geeft van de Mavischen Tag, it was gerecht. So the Kashi is, was up with Mr. Moshe decided to change the script. Like he hits on the Mavischen, what he never...
So the Havamana.
What's the yeah? Why did Moshe try this way? Because that's the explains the. Okay, fine. So explains that there is a word from malamata and matamaya. So, but Tzavol gold guy malamata. Wat is stimmt nicht? Ich weiß, but also fine. Ich will gaan we de wegen stimmt ja. Maar ik wil niet zeggen. Okay, but Tzavol gold guy from matamala. Which means that, yeah, okay, but that's not the way it says it. But that's why I also feel it's a contradiction. It doesn't match up. But zal ik ook gaan van matamale, step by step, lammerboom kunnen de hose, nog aan de keilen. En Moshe gezoekt, we're going to go straight to the light. Why do we need to explain build keilen? Let's go from malamata and finish it. Uren chilel. Let's bring down. As ich hab the uren nu, then what else do I need? Yeah. What do I need to explain? I don't need to explain anything. It's right. You feel it. You know where it's at because there's no chaymet. It's just ruach. Because the ur not been getrunken, so getrunken, the mention someone is getrunken. Einem, yes.
Nice is
Nice and ook dezelfde dag arbeid met Fanem. Gezien voor de nacht nog echt. Nou, we zien. Okay. The Fanem, the Chayes. And nog de Makove. So you have the Chayes, listen to this, the Chayes, the Fanem are halten trugen the Chayes. The Fanem trugen the Chayes. But really, Einmal are trugen the Chayes trug Tzai. So couldn't they hand, but once it holds it, then it just carries it, then it becomes one. And then the Makove is on top of that. 1 second. Los goes as Nachman to weiß nicht. Kennst du das geht oder weiß nicht? So you have ich habe es do 1 second. So you have the Chayes through the Fanem through the Chayes. So once the Chayes click on to the Fanem, we'll explain that in English very soon. So that room is the Chayes, the zweite, and on top of this is the Makova. And the ganze motion, yeah, as the alle Sachen geschehen in the hechere Welt and all this, nothing is able to happen without the Fanem. Nothing can shake it.
Bestimmt gibt es geht, no?
Chayes, Chayes through was?
The Fanem through the Chayes, and the Chayes through the Makova.
Okay, right. Okay, that's a little enough.
Es ist Rufum.
No, Gunish geschehen is under Galgavana. So what's in the illusion is nothing happens without the wheels at the bottom, which means that without you moving around over here, nothing is happening. This is where it's by the movement over here, that's the beginning. Does I get out hinder draaien in, same draaien, one wheel, another wheel. You saw these expensive, nice watches that have all this machinery in the back. Ein Rädel through the zweite. But to do the erste that he dictates, he's the one. He starts doing the wheel. The wheel starts right here. The wheel starts right here, which means that with your actions, you're moving all this, we're creating the heat and the energy for all that. ווייס, הנאית, זה לא מכם אנחנו.
זה חלק ווייס.
Stimmt, yeah, the other way that we read it also. Mile mata, it stimmt the opposite way too.
Stimmt the opposite way also, okay. Ik ken het ook niet, omdat het gewoon is dat we gewoon dat ze zo'n mensen aan willen.
Taschenmeit, das wird 2 Kalorien. Da ist das super DVD. Da wird der mit 2 Kalorien.
Bezahlt gesucht haben, kein Unamerikaner.
Ich habe schon, die Gärten des Leigern bezahlt. wird mit ihm da. Die Jobs geht, das wird geht von der.
Deze boven.
Ja.
Als ik recht als boos, maar op kol mahnish.
Der Zeit keine ist, und hier ist gehet besser wie ich.
Op kol mahnish.
Ja. Raschen Tfila.
Okay, können wir das selbst, interessant Artikel. Well, das ist nicht verjährt. Wegen Maschke, wegen Sachen. Oh, du ist es. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay,
Tere
fine.
Ei.
Fine.
Das Stückchen geht mir das kennen.
Alright, drehen wir uns durch.
Iedereen.
Mag je eens aan alles? Ja, maar dat was ook een geheim, wauw. Hallo, onkan, Galem gaat gewoon eens gezien. De redelijk daarvan zich omvangen dragen, dat om een geitman is weer een beetje nog gelast, dan de redelijk zijn zeer schwer. Het is water goeien, het is water paren redelijk. Ja, die kan je ook was het water in de aan. Ik dacht nog redelijk in roeg in goeien. Oké. Gaan we erop nog. Ik weet het niet. Okay, so Kevin, look, we're going to get a little lighter, but let's first understand the oasis of Purim then, because Purim is the day. Purim is where everything you see, everything that you look at, you have the ability to look through, to stare it down, to look right at it and see the truth, all the way through it. Because Purim are going into a vibration of Adalayuda. Adalayuda means that it's when you play, when the spills the lotto, when you play a godel, you surrender to the godel, you give up your bechira. Listen to this. You give up your bechira. When the guys spill the lotto, you play the lotto, you give up your bechira. Whatever happens, happens. Then there is a level, the thing that has the bechira of allowing the goydel to play out the way he wants to play out. There's somebody that's on top of that. That's where we go in Purim. And then one on top of that, which is Pshitas, Tachas Pshitas. What's the point in going and all to ground zero? What's the point? What do you gain when you go into ground zero? Because you're giving birth, you're planting the seed of Matchat Tzaddik, you're giving birth to something, a new moichen is coming down on Purim. A new right brain, a new nuclear flash. It's come nuclear. What's that nuclear? Nuclear means that nothing inside stays. There's no psoilus, no clipper. There's no clipper that can stay in it. Because it's Tibbus Moich and the Abba, it comes down from Radla Adal fully surrendered. And from that place, that's the ground zero, and that's where the seed is planted. And it sends out a new flash is planted, the veld werd nog eenmaal impregnated. On Purim, Lamata Masura Tvochen. So now it's happening one way or another, but this year all the alignments are in place, which means that the timing and the flash and the people that are going to be aligning with this, to be mindful of it, everything is in perfect alignment, because under Galgalung geschehen gunish. Dus ik kan flashen en blitzen tausendmal de Ruach Hashem Mashiach gefloten auf dem Wasser, noch fast hat sich umgefangen in der Welt. So I can't flash in a million more Mashiach, but nobody, who cares? There's still a Platz and Well that we're not fully in touch with Aina Mavada, that alles is good. Everything, alles is good, alles is good. The only thing that's in between is that bas, the bite that we're experiencing, the ego that's in the way. that's digging in. Fine, but it's an Achal's Größe Werte. But let's see if we can,
Recording in progress.
let's see if, how deep Amulek is planted. How deep Amulek is touching all the way. It's going all the way from the front to the back, from the center, from the Rutzen, right there in the Rutzen, going all the way back to the Kampfe in the Shurim, which is the Uden getrogen of the Kampfein. Von dort beim Bad der Uden, that's where Mulek is attacking. That's where he's fully in the Shlish Elef in Teferis, right by the Yechidische Benefesh. He's questioning you right there. He's questioning you right by the Yechidische Benefesh. No conscience, subconscious, past and present and childhood trauma, none of that. Because that you're aware of. This one you're not even aware of. It's just a presence that you're not aware of. You're not aware of that he's touching you right here, pressing in the back of your head, because you don't know what life is without that press in the back. Constantly pressing on your das, holding you down, and it's a massive pressure and a pain. The pain is so loud that it's just noise without any reason. You can't control it. Why? Because he's questioning right where the Ratzon is. Where the Ratzon is, remember the Ratzon before the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey. That's when it goes into the processors already. So do a roye Rutzen was got around on the Keser, from dort in the Chachmut, this got down the Chachmut, that's the flash that's going to be coming down Purim. And from there it goes into the Bina, the Hey. And from the Hey goes down a Vav, there's Amshucha, pulls it down into the kids are born from it, the midas are born from it, goes into the Vav, and then Hey back into Malchus. So by the time we are experiencing the will, apples of sich will, so schon fill mit distortion. All you hear is noise. Over Purim, because you can go into Adala Yuda, because you can surrender, all I got to do is go into Simcha, because you have to go to that place if you want to get rid of Amulek in that place, because Amulek in that place is not logic, it's intellect. It's just meeting one intellect with the other. Both of them are buzzing. They're both vibrating against each other.
Amulek is intellect.
One sec, Rashi is going Amulek. But on the other side, of that, if you flip it on its head, because Purim we have the koyach to flip it on its head, so you realize that my pain is only here to wake up where my light is. Wie the koyach is, wie's my yechidische benefesh? Who am I? Feeling that power it's in the center of the chest. So from dort, from the place that you are receiving, that you're going to be receiving the flash from that place that you're going to be receiving that yichud, that buzz, meeting that buzz, where they came to the matchat tzadik, tipus moichen av, do lamata masura tvuchim. Wherever you are, wherever present you are, find dort and geist umfaken gehen birth. So from 1 to 8. 8 is a noisy vibration, and going down to 7 more calm. So wherever I am at when I receive that yichud, from there got schon fangen bauen the zach. So fine, not everybody's going to finish the job in one day. It's a process. Yes, it's a process. But one second, please don't take it personal. 1 second. But dort gewende wie Moshe getauscht mit Bezalel. Because Bezalel wanted to build the Kailim first and then the Urim. And Moshe said, let's bring down the light right away. So you can say, okay, I can't finish the job in one time. Number 8, 7, 6, I can jump. A Gibber can go to the 2 steps at a time. But if you tap into Adaliyada, you fully surrender to the Mochen, then you bring in the Urim into Ben Shnei Kerivim, between your das, zwischen the Achseln. If you bring in the Urim there, then that's it. So you're there. What does it mean to be there? So what am I expecting, Peter? So guy's on a big flash, and I'm going to, who's got sich. So couldn't call yell. So guy's on a big flash, and jeder Purim is a big flash. Befrat higher Purim. Wherever present you are, vida is present. We have it for 24 hours, but now this year we have it really for almost 4 days. So it's a ganzen Purim thing. But let's just say for 24 hours. For 24 Schuhe, all you need is 1 second, 1 moment of presence. Because the highest vibration from wie du gabst, I feel like you can schlufen a ganzen Tag and angry, and now you're miserable, now you're like a victim, then boom, something clicks 5 o'clock, because pink genug drinking, and you have a moment like, wow, it's a Purim, and I believe, and I'm present. Flash, I make it one, I connect with it. That's when you made the yichud from that place. And now you can already, whatever it is, you already made contact. Now that seed is going to start spreading, that starts growing, which means it's going to take you into, once again, more ruach. Now, you're planting. Purim is all about being present, because you're not bina. It's not a 9-month process. That's not the job right now. The job is just to be present. Leave your imprint. Leave that same thing that needs to be aired out, saged out. Leave that with positive ideas, with positive presence. And then for the next 12 months, it opens up. As you go through the once, twice, and that's when it opens up. Opens up means that instead of seeing choymed, instead of seeing something that this is metal, there's an energy there. There's something else going on over there. That's the ruach. We'll do more on it. So, like leaving the marks. Like you have the laser guided beams. They leave a mark down on the ground, and then ze treft zich the target. Leave the mark, and then throughout the year, nog als de Pesach kind water, another massive yichud comes down on Pesach, and then we have Sfira, which is working on the middas, 49 days of Ma'av Darcha Yeda Middah. This is the Abish's workshop. Right? This is the Abish's workshop that you would be paying somewhere $50,000 for a weekend. Tony Robbins, whatever. That's the workshop. And then Reb Shimon, and then you're going into Iris, the month of healing, after you're going through such a big transformation, such a painful transformation, you may feel a little bruised. You know, there's gotten well, you're waking up to that your problems are not really who you are, and it's not so chomerdig, it's not so serious. You're waking up to that, and as you're waking up to that, the ego is kind of confused, and it has pain in the head, the cup didn't lie. Alright, that's beseder. I mean, there's the other way, there's the other way, yeah. Can es dort schmissen, can es, feel. Alright, Stammelza, this again, Stammelza Musa B'dichase. Musa B'dichase is, Musa B'dichase is words that sharpen the brain. It's like, because al habston lenen habston process and oisies. So you're taking the brain from operating in such a way to very oisies, weil the tracht oisies a teuer, and there's the oisies beschaffen, there's the oisies beschaffen the Welt, so the ganze neue habston fuhren of them. So far the habston right away arangan in something in a subject of, and a higher vibration of kedusha, of divrei kodesh, you want to sharpen your brain with Musa B'dichase, right? So B'dicha is also is message, chidden, and then Chedudim, but there's another one, I forgot. Okay, they got the kasha. These got the kasha. Is one for you, Okay.
Amulek intellect.
Amulek. Yeah, so Amulek is what do you mean? Amulek is Rashi's, is intellect.
This is sicher, as Amulek is intellect. Maar wat is de mekaar? Wat is stem? This is clue.
You're feeling it enter, you're allowing it in?
Oh yes.
Okay.
So long dog.
Good. I want to clarify that that's what you meant when you mean that's a stim. That is a stim. It's not stimmen in deine feelings. It's a lock. It unlocks the verhacktkeit. We'll do one piece inside, then we'll go to, maybe we'll play a song, but then we'll sing an ending, I weiß nicht. Okay, we will machen an dem Stickel though, weil this is an interessante Stickel. So they part from the Nachman, there's got they heilig from nach und teure whatever this is ein bias the ganze page do mit the next page is beschaffen geworden nacht nach oder hab's noch kein Minus gesehen die auch nicht right ist doch kein Minus gesehen jetzt geschrieben so that's why when the Hunde von reden der gesucht wie es steht also gerade nach und haben sie sich nur so gesucht mir das was fantasiert nicht und kein noch der so
Vampiren, is dat vampiren?
ja wat is dat over Purim hoe laat er zijn Purim okay der habt es geschickt von Purim okay so a kleine stickel any questions Ruach Tzira Chaimer Ruach Chaimer
Als Friege wel dämpfen, was meint ad de Chaimer, ad de Tzira mehr de Chaimer, was meint das mehr aufhören zu beziehen? Vielleicht, einige is connected, einige is ook school kan aanleggen in meer tijd. Ja, was meint de Riech meer de Chaimer?
was meint de Riech is meer bij de Chaimer
School kan aanleggen in Arup brengen.
Nee, dit is ook de kans hebben dat we samen maakt dus kunnen dat lijkt kunnen op. Ik wil ook in welke context was het ook was wel is. Maar you know what, forget it. Was frag de kasje. Was meint de Riech, was meint Chaimer, dat is wel is. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Lean back, support your back, just relax into the chair the best you can. Relax your lower back. Look, release the lower back. So, you're limited to this room, yeah? You can't rausgehen von der room jetzt, kannst du da walken dran. You can't walk through, can you? Can't walk through, right? Can't walk through. I have to go down the stairs because the walls are blocking me. So because the walls are here and they're blocking me, it created a way of thinking, how we think in terms of how we think about things. We think about it, ich ken ja, ich ken nicht. Ich laat in the wand in order to be able to go out, otherwise I have to go around, but that's not really the case. Because you can think right now of Florida. It's a surul, your wife, your problem, you're totally not here. That's Ruach. That's the spirit. This is Ruach. Wenn man utemt, fietest de Ruach. The spirit of Zachen. And the utems. And the utems nish, fietest de Chaimer. The Eid. The wees meer Eid. Ik ga op utem, en een minuut, 2, 3, and then the life goes out of it. Dus gaat cirken aan en Eid eraan. Het is alles. Ja? Zie, hadden jullie dat? Of nog niet? Yeah. So if you have the
Wege sind Leben in seinem Stock in was man tracht ist auch immer so Wand was machen ins Ziel.
Paradis gemacht da de goeie de wijnen. Het is aangelegd aan een week van trachten. How we relate to our lives, our finances, our fears, all this. Whatever you're feeling here, in it's a different vibration. It doesn't exist there. The baas with the feels involved, the baas with the feels, the reason to hold the grudge, that whole thing doesn't exist. Like when you're holding it, you're angry. It's not even you. It's not who you are. This is not who you are. This is something that's stabbing you in right this. It's like this is a coil, electricity coil that's right in the center of your stomach, in your solar plexus, and it messes with your will. It just creates noise over there. You're holding, I'm holding, and that holding comes because I have doubt and I don't believe. In order for me to fight that way of hold, I need to go into absolute amina. Fine, but let's bring it back again. So the utem and the utems fetus to the spirit, because the spirit is their texture. The energy body is in a texture. as ich esse fruits and vegetables only, I'm going to be one way. If I eat meat, I'm going to be a different way. If I eat only meat, you turn into like, think about it, you turn a little more animalistic, less grounded. Okay, sometimes you need it. And no, I'm saying more grounded. With the meat, you're more grounded. Because you're feeling, your emotions are more wild, as blit. You're eating a live thing. You're eating something that was shecht, something that was, and if it wasn't shecht 100%, then you're feeling that. That's what you're eating. You're not just eating a piece of meat. You're eating the whole history, what comes with that piece of meat. One organism, another, the animal organism, one organism taking in another organism, another consciousness, another energy. Toif zug the Torah, ein busser v'dugim simcha yomtov Shabbos. That's when you have the power to eat that, because that animal is going to be used kodesh Lashem, because the Basher's brain can fire in Shabbos. Shabbos is the fire for Noim. So you can eat that animal no problem, and it's going to go into the right place. It's going to give you more power, more koyach, because Shabbos is vast. It's that white energy, similar to what's going to be happening on Purim. It's like a blue, like a gray, like you see in the books, like it's like this little white, gray, and then blue around it. 2 layers of blue. So, so kommt auf der Matze du Shabbos, Purim, the Ruach, the Utum, the breath. This is the breath, and so at the processed food, you become stiff, and the water has fluoride in it, which closes up the das, the das right here. This is the lens that you see things through. So if you can have old technology, you need a big bulb to see things. Imagine you have a nice 100-watt bulb, like a yellow, soft white bulb in the back of your head, and this is how you see things. This is the capacity of the light with the Zeist mit Augen. Then imagine this high definition laser zoomed in, and you see things like that, and then even more. And then sometimes it's too strong that it can actually burn your brain, right? So, and then you're in the process for a couple of months. No, that's not what it is. But yeah. So going to right, but this can only be done with the Torah. I'm saying that level. This kind of there's a norm with the Torah. So yeah, but Anders. Anyways, right, Anders. That's why. Okay. So so imagine looking through that way with a sharper lens. So that's the processed food. The processed food is going to take you, it fogs that lens, and now you see things vernepelt. And when the eyes and you can't see through, you can't see the royas anoled, then you don't have enough power, enough koyach to push away the opposition, to push away your noise. So you can only push as much as you can push. Can't go all the way with it. So then it's important to the diet is important. So Hechsher hat ausgefigert, a Weg zu nehmen jede chemical und legen a Hechsher auf dem. Okay. That doesn't mean that I need to ingest it. They did an amazing job. Yeah, it needed a bitter. We needed to go all the way there to bring a bitter from that place too. It had to happen. Let's see it inside. It's talking about it. Masha nagen litten bruche la isha magia mashke la euchen. We get that bruche van de mens, was brengt de mashke van de archen. Ja.
En halten.
Stop Shimon.
Yes, grounded.
Eine Kishnus ja, das war auch mal gas an der nagen litten mashke schlich genus as mashke glasses bruche. Hier auf die mashke kurz bezo, shesh kamod wurden schon nissen und nissen. Wir goys schon kamod wurden schon nissen, da han schon eisen. Du sagen, wo es mit druckt. Du sagen, wo es in der Druckzeit sei drucken wir. Ibemes, v'hane shenoisen, ze kam mit Shem nesim, v'hane shenoisen lesen. Beemes, adat willen hem neusen. De zachen beemes trugen dich. Okay, so we're going to bring it down. Kegana Merkuvah shenisses v'nosses. The Merkuvah trug me, but she trugt alles. Okay, which means, yes, you're making choices, but no, you're not making any choices at all. You're being driven by something. As you move, you're being driven. As you create energy, you're being taken to the place of where you signed up to go, to bring a bitter and to bring light over there. There's nothing personal. You didn't do anything. I'll take an answer for a minute. Sorry, forgive me. Whatever whatever you are, you think that you are. You're not nothing personal. You didn't do anything. You just need to bring light to that place. And the resistance that you're feeling is not your resistance. That's the thing that's holding you down. That's the thing that's fighting with you. That's not who you are. So how do you know which side you're at? You want to be on the other side of where the conflict is. And before I forget, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to go back. Purim is that day that gives you the power to stare down anything that is in your opposition. In simple terms is that are the feels sidriktig hebben and you want to go into your victim, or the wist just say no, I'm good, and you're going to see that it moves. It moves. It pushes. It clears up. The whole chodesh the frat on Purim. And Purim sometimes it's a bigger struggle because you have that much more koich, and you need to print a ja in a zaat tiefe plaats for 9. So now remember, from wherever you plant the seed, that's where the birth is. Van welke plaats? Dat was dan morgen, dat was in de bari ogen. You get really pressed and really feeling, and from that place you say, I'm good. And now, throughout the year, when you fall to such a low place, I got this. I've been there. I've been to this place. I planted a seed in this place. Wie is mijn Purim yet? When I'm in this deep, dark, closed place, a moment, like a Oman moment. And we had an Oman. This is good. Wie is my Oman moment? Where is my Purim moment? So, yes, so one sec, yes. So feeling it in the question. So this week, Rabbi Shemai was talking about, we were talking about the Luz a couple of weeks ago. And nog then, Baruch Hashem, we gevraagd op Prokashus, and there's all the talk, there's a lot of Liz talk. So we know that there's one here in the back of the head. And this week he revealed there's 4 more. So the Finnav in total. Finnav Luz. The Luz is that chip that can be burned, it can be erased. It's in the back of the head. And there's the Holocaust, they had a whole mountain of this. They can't burn it.
Bring us up to speed.
So there's one in the back of the head, which is your das. That's the one that's going to be. That's the message that you're getting on Purim. That's the das right there. That's Matchat Tzadik. You saw the Abba. It's all about Keser das. It's that kav. You saw it. Full exposure of all that. Then you have one in the Gagalta, inside your brain, which is being able to see what you're thinking. So you're thinking of, you're learning Torah Shabbat, you're thinking of Moshe, you see Moshe, and he's Punim B'Punim. Always Punim B'Punim.
Migdala?
What?
Migdala is called?
Migdal?
Imagination, huh?
It's a physical thing?
It's, like, what's it called? Holographic?
Yeah.
Okay. Holographic means that an image can show up, it's such a refined light that an image can show up. The screen is, the lift is the screen for them, for their type of light. Okay. What else can the lift be a screen for? Because there's nothing, from living to dying is nothing but where this chomer gaat daarop, aber this blavate. There's blavate, there's just, you're seeing from a different place. The lens becomes thinner. You're seeing from a different place. Which means that and now you're able to see what out of vision, you're able to see with your energy body, and you see whatever you planted, whatever seeds you planted, that's what you see. And bam 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 bam, 2x4 say hang, nagel, but believe because it can appear on the road.
I want to say it's scary.
I wanted to scare you for a minute. So now you can plant your Purim moment in this sphere. So, zoek er wat.
Which sheets?
Huh?
Which sheets? How about planted?
We're planting it by going into Simcha.
We're doing it now.
You need one moment. You need one moment to activate your Simcha within you.
Awareness.
You need one moment awareness to activate the Simcha within you, and then your machine operates from that place. So everything changes. Everything around you changes. So your whole reality changes. So now you're going into more ruach, and while you are still in Veld, and you're able to still change as you are in a higher vibration. You're able to still change. Because only here you can change, as he's going to say in a minute. So you have, that's the luz in the brain. Then you have one in the back of the center of the chest. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then he said one all the way down at the bottom of the spine. That's where all the whatever is going on. Yeah, so physical stuff.
Into the
Back to the case.
Anyways, fine, water. So do finish. I did it Matzah Shabbos. That was the first, you know. Huh? No, I see it's a Matzah Shabbos topic because I'm trying. Alright. Beginnen Uden show Nosem Oisa. Okay? Hoe Nosse is Nosef. De Uden had men met hem getrokken, de Uden. Wat het ook getrokken zijn, die we met hem getrokken. I just wanted, it's important to be mindful that in the Zitzim do, we're celebrating Peter. It's the Purim of the world. Taanis Esther when Mesiras Nefesh. How uncomfortable is it when you go to a hotel for a couple of nights? So you're down bad, and how uncomfortable is it when you're in a motel? Now you're in a different country. Yeah, you're going away for school, seminar, yeshiva, bestavek, camps. It's not comfortable.
Not fun.
Okay. Everybody take a deep breath. Again. Utamana, release. De rem zoek we gaan. Ik ken nog altijd Utamana.
Chaim.
Das, creating, going into the center. Release spikers. Unas spikers. Right here. Unas spikers. What do you want? What do you want? What's this? What do you want? You know what you want? You know what you want?
No spike.
What?
No spike.
I know we're gonna get, but what do you want? First, before no spikers, you know what you want. You don't have to say it, just you know what you want. What's this? Think about it. What do you want? And feel where you want it from. And notice that there is fear and spikers. There's worry right in that place. And push it away. That's the Purim spiel. That is Osreis Namulai. Because it's not so physical, it's not so in chayne. It's in my mood. If I change my mood, when I like too full zalz in the zip or too much sugar in the soup, what do I do now? Is it, you add water. Oh. Tea weinig, like tea, more vegetables. Okay, no. it became, it's not such a chomer di gezach, offer the levena, because party puts you into that box with walls around you. I need to do so much and so much, I have to have this much and that much and all that, and I have to keep up, and it puts you in a tremendous pressure cooker, and it's chomer levanim, everything, the vibration, the stones around here in the city, everything is with cement, and then now it's glass, it stopped the sound completely. Yeah, it's mamish crazy. Stops the sound completely, and then you have now contrast that with the Beis Hamikdash, Yerushalayim, Nor Stein. You feel the vibration. It's like the voice comes through. It says Ben Shnei Badei Orim. The Urim HaKodesh is that. You have when you're aligning with who you are, Ayid and Torah, the mitzvahs. Then you're aligning with the Urim, and you're getting the most precious stone in the world, the highest vibration that ever exists. It's the Zweierstein, the precious stone of Sapphire, Sapphire, versus into the Kisa Kuvit gebacken. And this is what's sitting in that Urim, and this is what we are connecting with when you know who you are. Here, this is the piece. This is the noises. The Efanim trugen the Chayes. Vachayes noisen oisem. And the Chayes trugen Zai. How does this relate to us? The Efanim is your physical body. And the Chaya is the breath, the Utim. That's the Chaya. So the gift trug the Chaya, so trug the breath. But once the gift trug the breath gets trug the Chaya, trug the gift, the Efanim. The advantage that you have while you're in the Efanim, you're in this body, is that you can change things versus just being in it. But I'm assuming as you go up, it's only more and more clarity of what is the angepflanzen. It doesn't change the picture. So I think the only thing that changes the picture, the only thing that changes the picture is Kashat said to the Rebbe. Because Tzadik Gozak Ashburg Mechaim, they have my badge, they're walking limit in the Yisrael, that nobody's in their way. Nobody can look at Gunish. I walked around, I was via Villa, I have to move on the piles, or the Oiden, or the Bris, and I schlepped the Garoz. Takes you into his room. But you want to know what they're talking about. Okay, so we have to prepare. We gaan nu kolom markova. Sheefanam noisen as a chayes. This is the ganze markova. The fanam trugen the chayes. We chayes a markova. In the chayes trugen the markova. So the fanam chayes a markova. Ub emes a markova noises hakel. The markova trugt alles. So once you're attached, now we're being pulled from up above. And what that means is that you're doing exactly what you need to do. The only thing you need to make peace with is that going in, that be present with what you're doing. And not being svikers. And when you get out of svikers, automatically the whole picture will change, because your struggles is only because you see it through that lens of svikers, you see it through that big bulb. But if you're going into a level of presence, whatever that means in your personal life, that lens becomes more high voltage, more high tech, and now you see more clear. And your problems disappear, kind of. I guess I need a stronger bulb, right? It's not how to the bulb. Okay. We gaan ook kolom markova. Sheefanam noisen as a chayes. We chayes as a markova. The fanam trugen the chayes, and the chayes trugen the markova. The emes a markova noisen as a chayes. Ken zei noisen as a mashke. Davis trug the mashke. Wie zegt voor mij nou dat? Noisten loye bruche. Shu begin as kol ruach achaya by fanam. Okay, shu begin as kol ruach. Shu begin as kiruach achaya by fanam. The riach van de chaya is in the fanam. Yeah. 1 second. Which means that tapping into your breath. That's what that means. Beginnes noise, wenn ich genosse samashke, ata mashke manashe oisen. Oisen asm zed shvurim. Kamashke is in parenthesis. Kamashku hi machave. The mashke lashtos. Vegam mechamem is ktsas. Also se hits tun dus. Lo bira dover is a klau.
That's Peter the Mashka.
Huh?
Peter's up Mashka.
Yes. This was something I'm holding one with these. Are you? Smell the island. Last week. Finish?
Next week.
Gedenk ja?
Has she? Like,
Yeah, of course. You look different every time I see you.
Motion.
No.
if you could plan a half, I have to see
Maybe, let me see if I can find something. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you'll do a little, I'll do a song and then you'll do a little on the food. Alright, Heather. Let's get presents. So Anigan is a song is it's a tefillah, it's a vibration. So we need just to get into it, feel it. So we need a team effort. Have a look around. Is it good? Is it good? No. Huh?
I don't know where it belongs.
Huh? It's okay. Thank you, Albert. So nice, man.
Das ist Spiel?
Go ahead.
Also nee, moeilijk, intellect, die ganze Tag. Ich habe gewollt questionen, warum ich habe deze moeilijk, ich habe jetzt questionen. Ich habe, weißt du, ich habe gerade gefilmt, wer ist gewohnt, wo er moeilijk ist intellect. Es tut 2000 in der Gemüse, die gaan geht ihnen schlecht.
Nou, te winnen zoveel als uit.
Die zoekt man. Moeilijk, die gewinnen schlecht dingen aan. En ik zie dat ik uit zelf, dat is snel ausgedrückt komen, maar ik heb het versteht.
Das meint er geht der Mann.
Dat is dan maar geld weer. Nou, nee.
I think everybody should sing a song. I think something. Huh? No, that one's okay.
gets a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. Asher, they do the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. Asher, they do the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. Asher, they do the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. The silver, but the bizarre. Asher, the day, the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. Asher, the day, the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre. Asher, the day, the guys get a ribbon, the silver, but the bizarre.
Here's the Maaseh. Listen to this. Rav Nachman is telling us where, in which corner of the facility you're being held. You are chatuf. We're all hostages. So Rav Nachman is going to tell you, because you don't know where you're being held. What are you basing it on? The best day you ever had? What did that look like? Like you don't know where it's at. So he's going to tell you where wie de halst. Kol mi shegadol b'yoseh. The größere Mensch ist, Tzadach Lavakish, Mevukshe Berichig Makim Yosef. Darf beten for that thing that sustains him from a further place. Kmo shon neroim, Shat Semayach, Chayusam Mevakushe Sunach Lamiyad. At Semayach was Kim Teros from the Eid. How far away is he from his Creator? He's right there. Right, the trees, he kommt raus von der Erde, es ist glach, es ist am Wikisch, darf Erde und Wasser, und glach kommt es raus von der Erde. Kihitz en meeg met Uritz, weil is dat ze maken van de Erde. Over sommige mamash, and it's very close to him. Ibahaima, me vakusha sommige gamal al Uritz, aber berichtig Yosef ktsas manat ze maken. Abahaima is also close to them who says Mavakish, that's what sustains him, that's what gives him life. Yeah, try not to play for a few minutes, it's a distraction. Even though I thought it would be nicer, but it's an issue that the rebel on the week. Okay, fine. Achibirch yes getas man atzemer.
That was a cool like that's good.
Yes. Ke beheim gedele lamal man atzemer. What the beheim is water weg from the tzemer. Negi, time to hold on the plane for yeah, just not 2 minutes, no, you're on. You're good to go. When I hear music, it's something else in so I can't. This is what's the soft spot. So it takes me in. Aber Ben Udam, zurück lawakschen mit Kuschen berichtig Yosef Yosef man daheim. Aber Ben Udam, a Mensch, is so weiter weg von seinem Wikisch.
Das ist am Wikisch.
Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Look, good question. Wusste denn Sie mir wirklich? Es ist so weiter weg that we don't even know what it is, which means that any clue that's going on in your life has nothing to do with what you really want. So you have nothing like this, because what's my vast? This, get my hoogstens excitement next, no. It's me, I'm crazy. Because the thing that you want is so far away, because right now we're living from the back. We're seeing from the back of our heads. It's like you walk around looking from the back. It's a charaim. Seeing it, we're experiencing life this way. But Purim, person can find Purim. The Kirivim are aligned, going into other leader because nothing has to make sense. There's no reason. I don't need to say there's Talshus. Going in right away, Banshai Kirivim. Okay. What? That's the Mavik. So the Mavikish is we want something strong, something ruchni, something, a desire, a samigdash, whatever that looks like. Okay. Okay, Moshe Rabbeinu lo v'shula, Moshe Gudel b'ma'ala ma'oid, is again Gudel b'ma'ala ma'oid, tzurich lavakish m'vukushe berichig muchem Yosef, again hitzach lavakish la'isha m'midian. I have to my throw from mid the issue, I can touch it, there's Esher, 5 from Midian. Ki m'vukushe ha'yiruchig b'machmas gedul aseh. So again, water weg van zijn gedul aseh, and then he goes into Nachal Neveh, Makar Chachma, that there's, no, not Nachal to Noam and Moichem. Noam. He's talking about Noam. Kesheshefeya Noam Elyon. Very beautiful piece. Kesheshefeya, here's that empty? Fine. Ich hoffe, the Nabuch is good. Ich hoffe nicht, if it wasn't too much of Moichendal, of exposure of Moichendal.
It's fine.
Okay. Fine.
Was er
Was geworden van deze bubbel?
Nee, ja.
Was de pimpel van de stichtje?
Was is the zweite woord? Was is?
The pintle.
Yeah, the pintle is that the Famen are carrying everything. Dat die trucks alles en alles truckt dich. Einmal die trucks, einmal die neemt toen Kabbalah sail, einmal die you start your journey. You're already taken over by the Merkava. You're being the washing your feet. The Weis, die richt tegen de ganze volgende richt van over.
So basically the point is surrendering. Is this the point?
No, the point is that you matter.
The point is that you matter, yeah. I don't, when you say the word surrendering, what does that mean? I'm just questioning because the Gula is beginning to kid. This looks good. But that's why I'm hesitant because the word surrender, everybody's like, surrender to Vuz. So I should be screamed at and I don't respond, or I respond when I don't want to. Like, what's surrender? What's my surrender? That's why it's a big word, surrender. Bittul is surrender. What's mine bittul?
Bittul?
Yeah.
So
everybody in their life has to, one second. Jeder in zijn leven. So that's I want people to just think and connect to it. What's my surrender? Because it's the bomb of the kasha. What is surrender?
It's a form of presence, man. Right?
Good. It's a form of presence.
No, bittul van Neidischen is good.
Surrender has nothing to do with presence.
It has everything to do with presence.
Surrender means like you're dan fight nicht.
So what? So let's go.
Volunteer.
Liggen in bed?
Je kan zijn
Volunteer.
presence en fight in zijn presence. Een mens kan
So
zijn
liggen in bed de ganze dag? Surrender?
No. Surrender nicht kan jies. Jies is jies, surrender is surrender.
Yeah.
Bittul van Neidischen not een ganz andere meaning. Bittul van Neidischen is go out of yourself and go into was Heibische will jetzt von dir.
Die Judge says, Mr. Shon is da.
Without limitations, as if you have no limits. You go through walls.
It's where you are.
So this is Drus Hashem for dich jetzt and go through it. But this shouldn't see our working language, right?
So Shafai Noam Alien, you're saying that there is a fountain that Savet created the energy. There's a place that creates this vibration. What does that mean? When the talks from this medrash, is just what's image comes to you. When the guy Sachasana, what type of energy comes to your head? When the guy Simalav whatever is an argument, the guy's band, wherever you're at, what type of energy does that shefea? What does that open up for you? When the Rosh Hashanah Avenue, what energy does that open up for you? But there is something called Noyam. Yeah. So this is the Aldea Kli Anasa. 1 second. Aydat Tzedukah. So there's the place that this beautiful, it's the color of like white fire almost, like yellow white fire, flowing, shefa. That's created in Etzisrul. By the Torah that's being learned there, by the tzaddikim they're having their avodah all day in tefillin, they're in a high vibration with simcha, tremendous simcha, and they're creating this, they overflow, they fountain, they created in Etzisrul. Now here in Chitzluritz we don't have that, but by giving tzedukah, $1, a nickel, a quarter, $1, just giving, you're creating kelim, so you're opening up that channel to the end, the oil was skimped for Etzisrul, you're opening it up to you. Says it now. Kan we beginnen sanoy, maar Elian, Shiamoich, Makabel, Minish, Moig, Mal, Yosik, Yedu, and the Elam Shell, Hitzlurish, and Chevlin, and Neuflem automatically falls down. So, those are the matzah with Purim. You want to play something? What's your name? Was das Lied? Bist du auf Spiel? Bist du auf Spiel? You want to sit? Einer ist der Rosenberg, ja schon. Einer von Rosenberg, ja nicht. So Rav Nussen tells us, I'm ready to gesagt. Entschuldigung, was ist das? Koud. Hebben we op de mantel? Huh? Is het koud? Is dat koud de mens? Veel mensen it's definitely going to go out. It's a good spot temperature.
Wow.
No, the other way around.
Ik weiß nicht, welcher Weg, aber Kim Schmidt?
Kim, man,
Mooi zo, gaan we maar een beetje afstaan. Ik heb geen afstaan verteren. Gaan we maar een beetje afstaan. Ik kan spieren, moet van alle zaken. En willen zij nog, het is tijd van alles voor.
van alle zaken?
We starten met alles voor.
Ja.
Dat komt gewoon aan het werk. Dus starten dus voor. En dan willen ze zijn ook in reality. Het kan jullie weten, het zwaarste geweten. Het is niet nur auf Bier, het is auf de andere Sache, het staat in elkaar voor.
Wer is aan hebben, wer is aan mijn derde. En Freek van Agave, Freek van
de laatste roos staan, de laatste roos staan.
Freek van Agave, weet ik dan gaan we ze hebben. Stakker is geen gillig. De schale macht der ganze nach Kimmel, das ist kein gillig für mich, das macht nach Kimmel von der Maas. Also?
Ja. De schale had dat chieven.
Gaat er even de chieven? Zet op je, wat is? You don't see a change from last year to this year? From 3 years ago to this year.
From the house year.
Okay. That's it.
Es gibt schon fein Fies.
Nein, Jan weiß nicht, wie zu sehen als die other change. So he holds himself trapped by constantly holding himself in the zone. Huh?
Was dat spoiler? Was
Focus mine?
Yeah, is definition of Osmo.
If you see
Muss
this.
man vorher hat so muss man vorher das droben, das sitzt dort das droben. So bleibt gestern gegen den droben, zwar mit dem sitzt der was droben zu essen. Das ist mein Point. Das selbst fällt sich quetscht. Goldbruch ist sich quetscht. Aber das noch aus.
Yes, let's do enough good in the sponsor to describe for the heilige sponsors.
He's right.
Steigt über Klur, das Bier mit Lukas ist.
Das ist ja du hast es.
Steigt auf viel an Bull, Puls.
Kim die so da aber.
Die fast those? So I wanted to say, as I gave him Geld for I'm sorry, as I gave him wrong word.
Donation.
Sponsor, it's not sponsor. Sponsor is a nice word. That's the time
Energy.
It's fine. I want to put it on. Huh? Okay, good. Good. So the sponsorship is. So the one got those oils. So came to the oils. So got it off of the fish. We didn't get up and see Shabbos. They all were cool on the cost. I feel like got some shots. So the energy has where to be teufels. So she got that on the Essen. The Essen get the courage for the Werte give the courage for the Essen. So, but it is, status, right? Macht der Status beim Zadig, macht man Status auf dem Tierentisch. So, Status auf dem Tierentisch, das ist ein Ranking von der Starke Möten. And, the lack of knowing that this Nasufik should turn into a Vade.
Wow.
Nein, es ist schon Vade Sufik. Vade ist nicht Sufik. So ein Lack, der Platz, wie weiß, wie man sich ist in Nasufik. Anyways, das bleibt nach Vade. Morgen met Pesel Malka. Mochi. Whatever, so I'll call him Tzirik, one by one. Maya told me to take charge.
We got full flow. Full.
Matchem met Pesel Malka, so 9 mogen de binnen. 9 mogen de binnen, en de schiffer is middel was Ga Esther. Yes, it's good. Gets it. We have een meer no fear. To recognize that the press is really the Brooklyn. It's komt eraan. That's what I was listening. Thank you so much.
The name attached there.
What's that?
There's another name attached there.
I know. That's what we're thinking. Other staat van. Andere staat of. Should be all the brokers and should be. So all right. Well, you have Simcha. What's the name? What's the type of Simcha? Ich meine, nicht dir, wie bist du daran, Dale? Wie ist Liebermann, oder das?
Das ist allein.
Okay.
Aber lo Juda.
Wir gehen gleich zu der Uhr.
Bei Abba Klau.
So, wir können so, darf suchen Lachaim. Schön, darf suchen Lachaim. So, Esther, listen to this. Something very, very crazy, phenomenal that Reb Nussen reveals to us. First day in Apasha, heet sie Apasha, de vorige jaar. Wenn man gesiegt de Malke van Koning, so, as, okay, huh? Nein, ich spekuliere, dass ich gedei, oder nicht, das ist auch los, ich schon ein schon endless. Ich ga schon an clearly nicht. So, Matke, du bist helemaal die uitvoer?
Ja.
We zijn er of niet nummer? Lieber, we zijn er of niet nummer? Gaan we doen. Thank you. Huh? Thank you. So this is what happened over there. When the Midas were sleeping, how did it sleep? By the king, the Melech schluft. Dus mijn schluft is as the Eden almost then again after the Mitte. Things that didn't really matter was the hot topic. You know, they were in a chulam. While they were in that chulam was watching. He saw the ulam is like they're into other stuff. They're not where they need to be. So he understood that our light, our supplier, is sleeping. The lens that we're seeing through is not the proper lens. We're out for lunch. So he knew that if he's to strike, he's going to strike right when they're at the biggest sleep. When are we in the biggest sleep? It was when the end comes, that's when it doubles down, so you snap out of it. Like the last squeeze, like that's the zets. Like you think you're out, then you have the another, Yirid al-Tzorech Aliyah. And that happens when so he knew that after Zibitzig Yu is a tzaddik, Ilis gekem magat bon, the zweite Bas im English. And when gesehen, they schlufen, hat gewiss that this is the final, they're about to wake up. So he said, let's kill them all now. What's going to happen is that Ayid carries a certain type of fire. So every day the oil lech carries a certain type, you put fire to it. And then a wick candle carries another fire. An animal carries another type of energy above it. A person, the other. Ayid has another, not better or more or less, specific one, let's say. Happens to be that it speaks Lushan Kodesh, and it's a language that can create, which means that you have Bechira, that you can create your narrative. So he said, now they're about to wake up, I'm going to kill them. So now when this thing wakes up, so to speak, this our supplier, God, Abishter, that consciousness, that when that thing is going to wake up again, so to speak, there's not going to be anybody to catch that fire. They're going to eliminate all these bodies. So it's kind of shlander in the world, and that's it. Right, white, black, green, everything makes no difference over there. When it's so high up there, nothing matters. It's shtik, it's pashtas, it's the layada. There's no thought. It's just a beep, and then it starts. Even that, we have no language for it. Ayid is made. We have a direct communication with that. Now, if you kill that, then the oil can shurukim doing well. So he went for it, and it's also came on the best tzad when this can geshen this chodesh Udir, because the chodesh we need some sort of a protection. That's the center of the month, and we're drawing koich. The umbilical cord is from that koil, that sort of that yitkei vovkai, that light, that shefa, whatever is in that month. Udir, it's Moshe Rabbeinu, which is das. We say it is punam b'punam mit bashafer, and the lichas is connected to the lichas, and we're drawing from him. What happened, Udir? He died. So that's when we have nothing to hold on to. Nothing to hold on to. That's it. They have the koich now. There's nothing. What are they going to go to? What's going to be their center? Chanukah is the lecht, and the cheshbon. There's no yontiv. We're celebrating that there's no yontiv. the mod is the bitter one. You're the chodesh. We have something that's driving you, no matter what, in your biggest struggle, you have something that you're holding on to. It's something that comes up. Uda, there's nothing. There's no das. He died, so he goes into death. But what he didn't know is our level that we can hold, how long we can hold under the water. Because we have Vrum, Yitzchak, Yaakov, we went through a Holocaust and all types of stuff. We're almost like, so there's such deep levels of Ruach that's activated within us that we can't kvetch all the way to the end, and you can't put out the fire. You can cause a little turbulence there for a minute. But
how come you didn't know it? It was such a chacham. How come?
How come who didn't know? Who won? Because Saf is at our clipper. He's not the truth. So when he goes till the point of max, and that's when we only start.
That's why you only saw the death of Moshe, not that he was born.
Yes, so Moshe went out, and then the minute he went out, and then it restarted. The minute it touched, because he went to such bittul, he went to such level of such a yerida, to go all the way Mecheni Nama Sifricha, which means that after the Egel, he said, forgive. And they said, I can't. This is deep, it's to the core. They brought down a consciousness that's right there. What do I do over here? So he said, if I have to, then delete me, I'll go, because Moshe can't be deleted, he can't be put out, because he's Das. Once you know, you cannot not know. Once you know, you know. Once it's activated, it's activated. Moshe is Das, he's always there. He can never go out. But he knew, drop me all the way into the darkest place, and from that place, I'm going to bring Das to that place too. That's the Mesiras Nefesh. So that happened Zion with it. That happens Purim. So this is the Chodesh, that the Das will go all the way to the end. You surrender till you can activate the Das.
So you make you strong.
What's that?
So it doesn't kill you, makes you strong.
Yeah, literally, yeah. One more away there. They were looking for sechs Chadush, from Gesicht HaMalka, let me finish that thought. Gesicht HaMalka, they were looking, they knew exactly what they were looking for. They were looking for a person that matches to be the Keser from the consciousness from Yisroel. And yet Adar. Match is given the Keser from the masculine. En nog eens hebben we gezegd, de Malka, ze hebben gewist als einmal ze nemen de Keser, maar men neemt hem kop en men lijkt het aan in Gefangenisch, in Schwer, in captivity, it's over. There's a master plan over here. Begeistert geben zu essen, was hier. Sie gehen essen. Essen was nicht gewesen processed of a kosher way, which means, as I said before, you're ingesting the animal, you're eating that, sie gewesen kosher, but sie gewesen, whatever was going on there, the vibration was pulling them into a different type of vibration. Not on the queen that generates the Rebbetzin from their generation. The Malka, they were looking for her. And Esther was the one. Matcha put her out there. He could have hid her. She could have hid. They never find her. She knew exactly. She was trained for this. Her Matcha was the head Rosh Sanhedrin. You know what a Sanhedrin is? It's the Bezin Shamal, Redel Shamatim, and this is real fire. It's a hoofdstad gegen Homan. Redel van the Rebbe of Rebbes at that time. Esther.
Ja, ze bouwt met 75 jaar en moet ik getroffen.
Langsam schafft, kann ich getränkt von der Ziege.
Warte mal getränkt. Das ist doch in der Plan. Anyway, so sie kommt daran mit...
Dann ist es Moshe. Moshe dann ist es Moshe.
So has to do Esther now, they find her and the trained her, so kann dann jetzt kommt sie jetzt geht Achashverosh geht machen a kind. He's going to be using her koyach and it's over. Our head, our queen, is going to be now planted a seed of Achashverosh, which means that all of us coming from that Amshukha, we would have like Achashverosh in our cup. It's a shmat. It's over. You follow what's going on over here? You understand what's going? You understand the what's going to be spilled? My God, schießen on bomb, and people going to die, and all that. We're talking about annihilation. You kill them all. You take the queen and you plant the seed of the other side, and from now on you'll be vaksterim met a hand and those coming from that side. Again, the Melech, a powerful man, there was no getting around. So Esther is am Gesicht Esther. So man angebringt Esther dort in the palace, and that was the plan. That was the plan. Esther hat sich ein Nefesh gewähnt. Und wenn Esther gekommen in der Front von Achashverosh noch 3 Tage, ist der Megillah Gad steht, dass sie zusammengefallen, because he didn't extend on Sharav Azuf, and she knew that she can die for that. She is zusammengefallen, she fainted. Favos, the Shmuel got to sterben. She was there in the Palazzo Achashverosh for you, and she wasn't afraid. She was afraid that she failed. That wasn't part of the script, because you don't know there. The tzaddik is full of b'manusa yichve, is fully surrendered. He doesn't plan the next move. He's fully surrendered for the outcome. So yes, there is a script, but at some point there is no script. You can write the script. See, wie du wirst bringen de minna. See, wie du wirst bringen de, wie wirst du machen de michet. At some point you have to allow it to happen. It's gewegesteld in front of him, and now is the moment. I can't other rostang the shower the zuv, other nish. And if not, then he didn't. She passed. She fainted because she failed. Actually, is nicht the chosen one. I failed the mission. So that they extended and she's gefasst 3 take for them. She went into a process talking about a ceremony. 3 take. That's nicht gegessen, nicht getrinken. 3 takes. Darf kimmen fahren Kenning. You can't just kimmen do alles gequetscht. You have to talk about a Kenning. You better look good on every level. Your mood, your energy. You know, is nicht der kicken schnell auf den Booster. Das ist die ganze Sache. Yes. So is he young enough Mesiris Nefesh? That's what gave her the coils. You went to beyond any type of logic and any type of reasoning for which does not make sense. And she fully surrendered. Noch 3 take fasten. She was fully surrendered. She knew that the Klaus rule is on the line over here. The fan has to be off, Marie. Please. Whatever is blowing. Huh? The AC is working.
Why did you faint though? As always.
Yeah.
Just close the door.
Huh? No. Was it?
Why did you faint?
What had to guy and back and forth and looks at they have to make it happen. Ze kimt in Frans met Sigi kim nog een keer kimt zijn wanneer gerief. Tom is de kim dat wanneer het gerief gaat missen. And I'm at the gezien dat er overdaft extend the Sharv Azov. You can enter now. Je meer je heeft called and he didn't like. Ik rief hem vast die ogen, dus ik geloof ik had te zeggen zijn. Heb ik gezegd over dit leer.
Yeah, but it could be that she was afraid.
She wasn't afraid. She was afraid that she failed the mission. She failed the job that she didn't get it.
Okay.
She failed as a mommy. She failed. She failed her job.
Why did she have to faint if she failed?
Nacht is recht.
When somebody gets punched in the nose, I got the punch in the like a solid punch. What happens to the person? Okay.
Nacht maar recht vinden. Dit is de Hester. Esther is eigenlijk als dat little.
So it wasn't fair. It was actually reality. She got kicked in the Wijs.
In the nose.
In the nose.
He didn't extend and the mission is over. The game is over. He failed. The ganze plan. He failed. What's the last of you? She was the highest agent in town. And angeschikt mama's in enemy line. Yeah.
When she fainted, that's when Gabriel came.
Yes.
That's
when she fully. It's very possible that if she didn't, she'd faint. She gives it on any class on others. You want to go that way?
The Nachman zoekt dat deze de start van de gele. Purim is de start van de gele. Because hier kijkt eraan, dan mag ze niet woensdag te brengen. Hij surrendered him. He's going in with nothing.
Going till the end.
Going till the end with nothing. Pakken met nothing. Ze woensdag weer, brengt ze woensdag. Ze deserve ze woensdag. Ik had dat bittel.
Dave Battles in front of the camera, was je? Dit is het?
Zo, nee.
Kan je alles denken.
Ja?
Je weet die gewoon.
In Klaras klaar.
אפילו גידרת לנעור איזה לא חס. גם אני ונעור איזה רוצים כאן.
Chill.
No. Yeah, well, the Chaymer is... En dan geeft het ook, de Chaymer is... Het werd ausgeeideld, dus het is nog altijd Chaymer, dat is de eidel. Yes, very good. But the negative react op het beschaft sterker dan meer physical, meer gewoon meer into material, meer into numbers, meer personal. Hunger is what? Correct, but it's not from apples on the materialistic look. It's I get the verandering en aanbreng in de tisch. Machen het feitelijk is überdran de Chaymer. Well, that's what zwei Sachen. Du überdran de Chaymer und noch is put in the jail. Chaymer was inside nur du findest. Chaymer is on heaviness, on judgment. Right?
As the Rabbi.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your indicator? Was he gefaind?
Insulate man also failed up as a
What's the question? No, what's the kasha?
The original kasha?
Dan kasha. Yeah.
The kasha shouldn't be kasha. The original kasha is going to stand up and down the vet is again failed. Moiriga, as he failed.
Which Moiriga?
That's what I understood originally. Below the terrace, it was actual. It's like she got the actual punch.
How did you get a punch?
because he didn't reflect on the Shabbos as well. It was actually, it was like...
Meine Fisch Gila bei sich zu kommen. Das ist sogar alles, denn ich schaue es mal mir auf,
She didn't college because she was afraid. She actually died. She actually...
Ja. So gegangen. Weiß jetzt noch Fahrer, schwerisch. Und den Uhr ist mir aufgegangen der Kopf. Ist sie gefallen, bis Gabriel gekommen und hat sie gegeben nach Heim. Und hat gefragt, wer ist im Großen und hat uns gesprochen. Ich höre den Pump. Ich gewinne das.
Du verstehst doch, wat er van Gezwijdes is afgereisd als je wilt. Maar du van de malk is gekomen van Kessel. Maar du van all the way, it's happening up there. It's happening up there. Van veel doet, ik zei is gebroken geworden. Maar dat is dus staan van Gezwijdes. Tati is schon ausweg een andere zaak. Tati, het staat er van Tati. Dat is het immer kippen den
But not even taking college. Just waiting with that kind of She was able to
No, she was right there. Sie gesehen.
Sie gewähnt das.
Sie gesehen nach Gezwijdes. Sie gesehen nach Koer. Sie gesehen nach, ich dachte impressen. Sie dachte immer kippen den Goyshech en rausbrengen de rausbrengen maar. Of course, it was physical, yeah. But to bring all the way down to the bottom. But that's it.
Function and all.
Yeah.
Was negative and positive, like magnetic.
Good, that is good.
De lust is dingen de kasse. De lust
Exactly, but this kind of that's why we need to do certain pa'ilus to activate that.
Look at the saying on days, that's the shit. So it ain't actual. Ah, shit.
Nachher German. So there is, the same way there is Ratzin in Keser, there's Ratzin coming into the high, Ratzin coming into the Vuv, Ratzin coming into the other high in Malchus, which creates and causes all types of, processors and discomfort. Your discomfort and your pain is only because it's coming through like a maze, like a toothpaste bottle. It's coming through like a twisted toothpaste bottle. But once you go into the roots of it itself, that straightens out the kav. It becomes from Vayasav Elikim, Derech HaMidbar, becomes to straight going into Eretz Yisrael, without going into the spin,
Shabbos Zucher is the roof, right?
Shtulim
is the high.
Yeah, the Shabbos Zucher.
This is Shabbos.
Very good, Zucher.
And high, and Zucher is the roof. So you got to
Zucher, yes. But the word is to kick them of Sachen Zucher, remembering. The same way it works out in Koiches, it also works out in the Neshama level. The Neshama is on every level. When the guy shlufen, you're tapping into another level of the Neshama. Going into a space that you can't access when you're in the Chomedik body. And then there's levels and levels of, on each level, that you're operating, seeing things differently. And from that place, if you have to understand that if you're going through a certain posture, if you're going through a certain struggle, that this is what you chose in order for you to align with what you saw at your highest place of consciousness. All the way up there in Yechida, all the way up there in Yechida, Chaya, whatever, Purim, Yechida. So if something is squeezing you down here, you know that you need to align to something, because when in that high consciousness and you were looking down, you're like, I need to get myself over there. Yeah, but it's going to be this level of twistedness and squeeze and pain, but yet you're like, no, I need to get there. So if you're feeling a squeeze, instead of trying to figure out why the problem is happening, figure out where the problem is trying to take you. And that clears up the way, and that aligns you with your higher self. That opens up that tunnel. It opens up that creates that full alignment. All the way down there to the bottom. But this is the Adel Yuda. This is the Purim. So, Zolbevek with the Yivka Vuvkeit. So, man brengt het op meer lamata, maar zodat volgen was ze toch doen, de tzadikim met de Yadayim, tzadikim met de Reglaim, tzadikim met de Yadayim, zijn de bezitsen, besmadisch maken, tzirifim en kavunas. But in the job is, ze maken kabula poel mamish, kabula masias. Dat van creëren doen, maken naar hier doen in, maken naar hier doen in the day-to-day. Maken naar hier zijn, we zullen staan aanbrengen, lichtigheid en alignment in your day-to-day. The first is, the easiest is to with mitzvahs, you do something, a good deed, putting on film, the Shabbos, that brings down that opens up that alignment immediately, it opens up everything. Befraad, it's fine, it's okay, it's okay. And so you have Purim is Adela Yuda. Ze doen tzadikim, de tzadikim Yadam, tzadikim de Reglaim. De tzadikim in de Reglaim, zijn maar inzet tzadikim van de Reglaim. De tzadik van de Yadam, ken je raken met tzadik van de Reglaim. De tzadik van de Yadam, ken je raken wat er naar bar, zo moet gaan. Maak een broek van. I can't. It's dangerous, man. You know what happens to them when I walk around that? It's more than it's not. Yeah, it's about to show them.
The maluchim is going to Mitzrayim, no end.
Yeah.
Maluchim is can't handle Mitzrayim.
Dus je kent, in other words, that tzaddik, kennis is dangerous. Dan wacht er dan, draait zijn te hebben, en hij zegt something that's like a bisschen zie, ausgelas or something, it's dangerous for him. En toen is een gene, hij is unprotected. Hij gaat shows some besmetters. That's what I'm talking about. That du nicht kann jokes, ich kann frimme sagen, red nicht von der Stamm von der Gevre sind ungeweiht. That's from the real Gevre. I live a bit Shemai. These powerhouses that are holding this massive light, they can't. I probably nicht kann frimme kann macht sie mich. It's like anything can distract me. Ich kann nicht gunish but aside it. Okay, but wieso gaat aanbrengen ze lichtigheid doen in Welt? Wieso komt eraan doen? Wieso komt met tzadikim van de reglaim? Dus ze maar in, sinds brengen we ze aan overal. Brengen eraan de lichtigheid en de arbeid en de business relationship en, you know, what's the relationship wat Hashem en Zavah bogen? En Amal wacht, he sees her by the meal, maar hij gaat Amal wacht. Wat hij vindt is, push it te veel zitten en essen, ze andere min avoiding ganzen. So een meile, tzadikim van de reglaim. That's the avoid. Aanbrengen us in the farm and the chickens and jede Sache. Ja. Mitzvahs and Shabbos. Yeah, everything. I'm saying that is the big one. That opens up, clears right. That's a reset button. And nog we doen jede Sache. Zitten doen ja. Mindful, not talking lashon hara. Expressing Liebschaft and all that is Tzaddik Meraglaim. Einige zijn mine.
Ich bin
He was mine. So, yes, okay, whatever. Because it's not love system is good. You guys, I don't know how that. So, leaving the imprint as Megata Dorach, the ganze Purim. So let's go like this. So do an imprint. Hertzi des Choyren. Hertzi with the God for. Hertzi.
I'm waiting patiently.
I know you are.
Fill a hug.
Come in, let's go.
Fill a hug.
Alright. So bekitzer a meise as me am a lot über a imprint von jede consciousness von jede Zat. I wasn't embarrassed that I asked all of that. Ich mache keine answers. Von jede consciousness in the Shumma level. Ja, lass mal gehen so. Ich habe bespinkt angehört von Jacobson. It confirms it, so I don't have to sound too. Somebody was talking about Kohen Balmum. So when Yehid is gegangen zu Tumar, Amalach hat ihm gestippt dort. Sie gehen zu ausgeben als Söhne. Amalach hat ihm gestippt. Was heißt Amalach hat er gestippt? Das heißt, der mich doch der Malach gestippt. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good. But 1 second.
Doesn't matter.
No, you can't distract it because people can think that they have a right to go and my Malach hat gestippt. No. I've got to finish that thought. Okay. So. Is de weggeloven jetzt met de mij, er wat things gaan blijven naar huis. Zo uit de malach op gestimmt. So the kids is so to do different levels. In some do conscious when it's awake. When it's schlufen is a andere min consciousness. When the guys sort of hecht is andere min consciousness. Our Rebbe is conscious of a level of Asiya, Ruach, Yitzira, Bria, Neshuma, Atzilus, depending on the level, but the Tzaddik, whatever, Bashem Tov, he is fully aligned, mit seiner Via Oche, the ganze Koine. He's fully present. And then can sein dort, kann sein dort. No, what's going to kill? Yeah, so when Yehida, when is umgekommen zu Tumar, is gewinn aligned mit seiner Via. Und gesehen, als du es choose this for sein path. Gesehen, etwas hat ihm gestippt, gesehen, it's aligned. Remember, the Fanim trugen the Chais trugen the Fanim, the Merkuva trug the ganze Sach. He was attached with this level of Merkuva, and gesehen, as he's walking, du fietziges, du darf umkommen. Hat gesehen, ist es Mashiach noch. Hat noch nicht gewiss damit. Gewiss, weil sie gewinn, als sie kommen von der Heuche behaltene Platz, there was even to him, he was fully surrendered, and gesehen, als du darf gehen, du stipp mich mal, du stipp mich mal an Choice, bis ich gesehen von du Oven, stipp mich hier du. Sie nicht gewinn kann begieren, und es gefühlt wie, sie gehen a temptation do. Sie gehen a temptation. I put you feel as in the process, you got a temptation.
Der sucht das.
Huh?
Der sucht.
The Kohen Balin, that's enough to 1 second. So,
she's gonna mass for other Oh, ik zijn de maas als ik geschehen zo, had ik gewusst dat ik daar dan zo. Schaasmaas, so die gehabt Gott zu sagen.
Weil er redt von Jehide. Jid kai wuf kai wakt in Welt. Er redt von a Schäufer.
Ja, ik heb het dus
Er redt von einer was so decided, dat man gaat like aan Brieder en aan Grieb. Maar het is nou gelijk dat Brieder en Grieb. Maar het van Welt, dus dat er eigenlijk dan lachen aan. Ik zo kaga niet Amerika, a sign of them. Anyways.
Ik weet niet hier in
Dat van die Jehide was Jacob, wat je getrost kan, maar Jehide gezoek af de gehoorde van Sanar. Jehide is nog alles doe. We hebben het geschikt, want Jehide is schuldig geluid telefoon op. Wie heeft hem geschikt? Wie heeft hem geschikt die de luid telefoon op? We hebben hem geschikt aan Amerika.
Jacob had al
luid telefoon op.
Jacob wel een stukje gezweren is.
Wer is?
Jacob wie niet.
Yeah, there's a level was kind of weiß nicht wer er ist. Er surrendered somewhere cover. Er redet von das was man weiß, was man nicht wissen.
Okay, whatever.
Anyways, so the model of the ship shot is to them darf man sich aufwecken. We should be zoiche to go on every level, to be awake on every level. It's mind the fin of levels from Liz, the fin of levels from within yourself, to understand your temptations, what it's here for, what it's designed for, and not even having to go through it, just hold it, hopping the message from the Ruach Shel Mashiach, not in action, from the spirit of the Zach, from a feast from Tish verstaan we maken naar benkel. To feel it and understand how to play with it, to see the Bechira in that. What you need, the Bechira is not choosing which way. The Bechira to see what the purpose of it is. Behind is the Bechira to say what the purpose of it is. He's not looking forward for tomorrow. I'm assuming the skull going. The guy's not. So the guy's still the skull. Aber bis dahin wie kannst du ja.
Ich weiß es nicht,
das ist die Idee.
Huh?
Ich weiß es nicht, dat die gegriffen.
En ik is dat. Ja, de next step.
So je hier dat jou programma.
Ieder jaar naar de buiten.
Ik ben beide.
He does such a level of bittul that he can go into even to Tumar, and he's like, okay, this is what I need to be model.
Ich kenne es
Yosef, but Yosef we gewollt gezoekt met daarvan aangenemen met zijn naam. Daar ga ik naar Amerika. Hier is het gaas we de keimel is. Yes, because that nog one second. Bij de mos gevierd. Yosef had dus je kent al een kinderjob. It's a dikke met daar, maar kan zitten leven en kan flashen Mashiach 1000 mol, de helft is gewoon is. We roegen de maar geven ze van een man, wat ze wel dus wetens van Mashiach en dat als hij hier de kip is aan en zoekt af de goede van Sana. Nog een macht de hier met Yosef. Macht daar hier de twee mountains hebben ze getroffen. En they're showing down wie Yosef zoekt hem even the power. He zoekt this is the power, even the power. And they're checking each other. He zegt als the guy is toe-to-toe with him. And he zoekt, hold on a second, even der König, dit is wat König doet in Egypt, even der König, Kim kan Jerusalem, dat ben ik de König, hij zoekt een Gunis kan Jerusalem, ze doen Gunis, even de Charlotte Aludits, even de boss. And it's been bringing down breeder, and they start showing down with each other. They go, hier dat kon ik brengen de breeder, because het verstanden, het gefigured dat af zieken to nog a level of bittel within himself, for the sin van Gert met Joseph, there was verschiedene processes that he was going through within himself, so to speak. Maar het wil finished aan van zich, van zijn liegen, van the future van Klal Yisrael. Getrokken the future van Klal Yisrael.
Joseph is eigenlijk in het zaam, iedereen brengt zo.
Exactly, so Yosef is aangegaan met zaam, maar Yosef kan zijn atzadik van zich, maar ze kennen this Oz-battle en ze kennen aanwakken, en aan boete zoon, we zijn hier.
Yosef was doing the battle, was fighting. I think Yosef is not he was fighting that.
No, Yosef was fighting his battle. He was getting Yosef atzadik. But ze aanbrengen naar ganse Klal en Lohedes en to fight it out. Yosef had een verkoop komen te zijn. Yehida had er aangewokt in Abu Tazan. Right? Once, no, no father. Maar Yosef given that, and eerder gemaakt, hij had de challenge do. but the Nikida is as man gesucht fried von dort wie der Platz von dort wie man ist, der Platz wie man ist, von dort wirst du dann Yichid in Purim. Okay, so look at this. Von dort wie du bist, dort gehst du machen dann Yichid. Du bist dann in the 24 hours, merk je gaat schon warten zu viel du. In the 24 hours, you need 1 minute of a Yichid, of surrender. Now, wie hat man gemacht der Yichid für Mashiach? Wie geworden der Yichid? Wie geworden the moment of the presence in the darkest place was when he that gerangewakt zu tummer. Dort, yeah, exactly.
To do with Audi, eigentlich muss
Aber dann ist es ja so right?
Yes.
So, the Yichid is in the Drat.
Is in the lowest place, is geworden geplant the seed. All the way mata, all the way the mata, all the way the bottom. Which means that no matter where you are, that's where you make a Yichid Purim. En met de gezwaardige en Esther Water speelt zich zoals meer manifester in Kol, meer manifester in Wil.
So in other words, if the Darach and any drama, that's that time koidem, so that koidem is on the Yasser. And nog een komt daaraan met die heren, voor wie die best.
Koidem zijn Yasser, yes.
So that's just how it is.
Correct. Koidem zijn Yasser, dat is toch Goyver zijn Eimel, in Zwaimel. En nog dan komt eraan je heren.
Het was schlich Yosef, te lavoer, dus het ook dat gewoon van Yehida. In de griep. En ik ben in de boil.
It's a funny, the Yehida trying like das from Barocha. So it's like, the ganze trauma komt toch naar Yehida over.
1 second, nicht daran. Think about what you're saying.
Yeah. It's a prayer.
Wat is het hier daaraan gelijk in griep? Dezelfde weg wie Matge en Hummen. The humanism gegangen, the Matge is gegangen auf den Nerven, because there was a level of truth, was hat ihm geschaut, sitting in the Augen daran. Yosef and Yehida, there was the exact threat, was man gedealt damit. Yosef again a direct threat for Yehida. Because gesucht man geht daran gehen, and Yehida sucht man geht nicht schon ergens, man geht sich dann isolation, and man geht halten the Mikdash do.
Was it a threat, or was it the flip side of the coin?
What means, sie haben gewiss, dass gesucht hat Zahnschitten, and gesucht Zahnschitten, die endanger the whole Klal Yisrael, man geht daran mit Zrang, we're not going to make it.
Ja, maar heads and tails.
En de tat had lief gehad Yosef, en ze hebben gezocht als de kleine, hij has de altens oor, because de lief gehad de mannen, niet wel ze gewend zijn. Wel, energetically, dat Jacob gezien als van dort, maar daar vroeg me vaak al wanneer, ik dacht de warmkeit, ik dacht om de oisis am achshuva, dus is laia, mal gesprek, ik wist van daar voor me roegel, ik wist van dat het er als ik me de zag. So he favored Yosef, nicht was any happens to be there. If I stoy, if I smart, because when everything is perfect, everything is just perfect, all the way down to the tzira, which brings around daylight, and that's where he was pulling to. That's where he felt it's at the Roskim. And he had gewiss, the muzuk okay, that all the kleiner breeder do red Lushan Hara fins, and he's at on top of everything was in with enormous him learning to the tiefste service. I get them access to all the roads and paths and maps and shimas that this in Zwaisman finish from the Welten existen. En gaat het wil eraan dat na zoekt hem dat van mag naar voorde in veld en dus ja, it's no way. So ze gaan choice. Al die gaat met hem hagen. Maar dan Yehida, ik ben naar Schuifert en het dan gewen als nein, it didn't make sense to him. And Jacob zoekt hem takken when I get him the bruches.
Dus je kent haar eens, in de schoen get.
I think je kent haar gaan. Ik wist dan wist hem hagen de gewekt zo like na 5 weken.
En he would also then.
Well, 1 second. So Zayt Zechos has calculated that, but it's gemacht kein sense for him. Because let me run on in Grieben. And do is to say when Yaakov get on the bruch, so that met Tur of Torah Bani Elisu. Torah Bani Elisu, maar Yaakov red do in veld, but red ook dat Torah. Hij zoekt de gewin had choice. Als man gedacht machen do, heb ik gedacht geschehen voor de Gila. En ze gekend zijn aan de Korban had zijn 6 miljoen Jiden. So je kent zijn, maar ik wil gekend haar kunnen Yosef doen. Er hat gekent, dann sind so ein, es wollte gedacht, rauskommen die Gila von Psalm in Weg. Aber von dem, als du zurückgehalten, und von dem er auch dankbar für dir. Weil du warst gekent, wenn du was gekent, wenn Schäufel sein so. Und dann wollte gewähnen, whatever it would have looked like. Es wollte gewähnen crooked. Und nicht gar. Weil man gedacht, we would have stayed up, then Ashum was the interest in a matte, what man kann as you can't with Matiken. All the way down to 2024. Maar dat Yosef dem Tzadik gesagt, als wir sich kennen halten, viel auf einer niedrigen Platz, wenn die Klippen sind oder so finster, als du koech, wir können Jönig sein, eine Reihe, Also in Zimmer alle Jönen, der Riesen sitzt mir jetzt über der Tisch, weil du a Zadig ist so Eulam, wo sitzt in der Tisron, und ist in der Nachel, was ist Shafaya, der Neuyam, is my spiel offense, when you forget about it. So you stinkt, was you can't do now. There's this in the cup, there's no way whatsoever. So this hat man von dem gedacht tun Yosef Atzadik. So dort geworden geplant the seed. Tage dort ba Tuma wenn es ranke meine gemeint das ist das. So the kids are nice. Dort gaan we het in Purim. Right? Purim is de Chichides, is Adel Yudas, is een ganze Mashiach program. Door de middel?
Dat we de malig vier.
Dat we de malig vier.
Wat
is dat? So Purim kannst du zieken met ze de plaats wie de ken zijn wie de malig vier is. Bist mindful aan niet die Chichides. Was er me gezegd in the workshops and the whatever is the sessions, the verbringings. As dan, die is niet dan problem.
It's not you.
It's not you. The kind had an ear infection. So the ganze kind is jetzt verdammt viel. The kind had he has an ear infection. Doctor healed the infection. I love my child, but his ear is not okay. Ich bin gut, aber du etwas was zieht mich durch. Das ist infected in mir. Aber ich bin gut. Ins wenn man verdreht, weil ins wenn man schon dort vierde Mal. So it's meinen mir als das ist etwas ich will das als verdreht in Samuel. Einmal leicht daran wer is ook. Van wo etwas. Leicht daran muss so viel. Bist du schon jetzt you lose 1 minute track. Bist du angehabt schon in that problem. The meiste dit is the problem. Yeah. So no bring noch zurück. Wie wir gelernt haben. 3. Ha? Purim, mach mal jetzt, wie alt?
Nein, das Purim ist der Adel Yuda.
Was? No, noch alles nicht gut.
Die Jichid en Purim.
Nein, die ganze Zeit. Jetzt sagen wir,
Sie willst du next year noch einmal?
Sie wollen so next year noch einmal?
Ja. Was ist home next year noch einmal?
Sie wollen was next year noch einmal?
The experience for us jetzt for Purim.
Die kannst du scheren und ultimate experience.
Die willst du sagen, der letzte Mal du hast die mean experience Purim.
Sie sicher das ist.
Next year is on the erste.
Who's that man?
Yeah.
Huh?
Who's the man?
Thank you, Alton, the farmer though. So, du wirst sicher mit der Platz, wie die können sehen, wie da malig stippt dich, als nicht ich, maar malig stippt mich du, because was meint es, als ich sehe, immediately, ich feel the quetsch, tragisch auszufiguren, was is the problem, ich kann aussprechen, was triggert the problem in me. How can I push back? Wie kann bringen Lichtigkeit zu der Problem? Nicht das Problem mit der Problem. Who cares? Hat gesucht, hat gefragt, but wie quetsch mich, wie bin ich noch verbissen, wie bin ich noch verhankert in mir? This is, 1 second, this is Purim. You want to become in touch? Well, this is Hecher von Yehida. This is schon die Yehida gebringt, die Geille. This is schon the seed opening up. Jeder hat noch gar angefakt dort. Ja, gewiss dat de malig terug wordt, aber gewiss van woens de malig terug dan. Inzet maar door van een plaats, van een wins wijs maar dat ik van woens de malig vier dat ook. De wijs pinkel van woens ze gewend. Dat is schon de zaak, dat is schon moeigen in de Yehida.
Maar wijs dat in present dan reflecting in
look, it depends. Let's go like this. No. Let's go like this. There's a tzaddik in the rule that's going to be present to the malach. Yes, that's all we need. We need at least he should have it. En nogmaals, wie gezegd vroeger, this is the shafaya, the noyam was the shafaya van het rule. En daarop te doen kan maken met keilen.
Als hij gaat, dus dat richting.
Als hij gaat, dus in zijn gaat niet terwijl hier. Dan moet zeggen dat ze gaat naar minute van present. Smart as Purim is the present. Purim is the present because shafaya noyam alien. The rest is very powerful and soft and sweet. Al that kli hanase al yedei tzedukah. Vishvil Ha'iluda. And it was like the day I was in shul, and I was not do tzifel from the collectors, but it's 5 people came from Williamsburg. But because I was not in a good way, they're trained for this. But it was unavoided to appreciate it. And I was like a day before, 2 days before I was by Shiner, and over here came as a minute. So at $20 and he halts an eingeben. But now when I gave, I was mindful that I'm creating a kaila that I can receive from the Shafaya Noam alien. Because it needs a minute until you get into it. First you're like, Lamachov, 3 minutes don't come. nogmaals, they're like, this is Hayon, don't my word, we got it out. Tzedukah, Yon Beyon. Tzedukah for een man boy Beyon. I'm like, okay, no problem. There was a response, what maken er remarks? Ik ben in Crown, had zo'n een man element, and they keep me around with the aggression. Tzedukah boy Beyon, like the guild boy Beyon. And I was on the way to Jerusalem and make like, okay, du hast Akaila. Deze gegeben de koer. Ze kan overkomen en niet zoeken kan worden. And so no problem, boy Beyon. Right here, right now, the resistance was that dollar.
Aber dann noch was auch.
Huh?
Aber dann noch was auch. Nachmen so.
Aber dann noch was auch?
Clears the air.
So good, can you have it?
Geire van de Tzadik.
No, Tzedukah.
It's amazing how the boy beyond had to go on here.
No, because it's collected for a chasana. It's a chasana. It's a chasana. So bekitzer amaisa, that's the Purim was in Zvina. So it's yes, not to expect on Purim, because if you get stuck in the moment in Purim, that's the Chos gespielt. You're not an Adel Yuda. You're going into Yuda, and Yuda was the hostenish conscience. Well, they're moeilijk. Hij staat daar. Gewoon is. Druk die kinderen veel niet. Als ik dat schon water, ik wil drinken, ik wil dan schikken, whatever. Ze gaat niet. But if I'm just present to the moment of Simcha, present to the moment at hand is Purim, and Matcha Tzadik is the Chachma, so the Abba is fully exposed. This means that I have the koyach to leave my print, to leave my positive mashugah. In dit is van oven minder bekifse, van enten als de Yehide en Tumah, en van oven als de Adel Yuda. You can aim for the sky. And you keep holding, that's the full kav, van oven bezinten, van enten bez oven. En nog Purim staat zichzelf pakken. There's moments throughout the year, where you have that moment that sits with your line is, you're like really squeezed. You're like, als kan wegen raus van dat. Just hold on 1 second. We staken met een Purim, met een Adel Yuda, they plaats dat, and we zoeken because all the possibilities, that makes sense. So we had it op some minute. And I had a moment where I believed. We staan weer fanatisch nog, like I draait hem kop dat, and fell push you. And I fell into it. Because as soon as we walk out here, Amulik is back at work. Not now, because it's Simshin and Purim. So it's some minutes. But that's when you cash in at that moment. Because the tzaddik was a shefaya, create and vibration, gemacht am gedacht. Diaz created the kaila with a simple nickels and quotas with the guest for tzedukah. If you can give more, you give more, whatever it is. Or one time you want to respond and you don't. That's a very strong one that sends a shock to the body. It clears up the whole system. And that's a moment of a skafia that macht klur. So Maila, you know that the Fahren Chet was a Udema gesehen de Zach. I gesehen alles in the fabric van Welt. I'm sharing it with you because the hill is shared with me, so I felt that it could be shared, you can benefit from it. We zeggen in de Welt Fahren Chet. We zeggen Udema gesehen, how did he experience the world? Met zoveel met zoveel. It's my thing gesehen, Zier, the boim, the fish and wasser, alles gewen in the fabric van Welt. Alles is in the fabric van Welt. Dat alles gesehen. So maar dat you can then any subject or any object, any problem, he was able to see all the way to the end because there was no clipper, there was no ego, and I didn't need time and space to process it because if I process something too fast, I lose my ego, and the ego, the nuchlish, doesn't want to die.
But
right?
If you have a sense of self?
1 second. Yes, because either chayi, yes, so the word is that no.
They saw everything.
Fabric van de wereld. Okay. No, these are altijd no.
I want to share it with you because
Yes, so you can alles. Yeah. So the word is so now yes, if you were to think that the ego needs 11 hours to go to Israel. The ego darf 11 shu. Once again kan het Israel. Thomas is not no, it's not 10 shu. Thomas is not no mens not no 4 shu. Das macht es ein bisschen zu schnell für dich. Weißt du, das kickt aus, bist in a fighter jet, that's a 1500 Mach. You're not surviving that. You're going to throw up, you're going to pass out, and du bist fertig, du bist nauseous for a while. One second, yeah, a bisschen schnell, because the ego is letting go. But imagine it's not nur fee issue. Even that you're struggling with. It meant there was the Concorde. It went from London in 3 hours to New York. People, they couldn't eat before, they couldn't handle it. It was too much. It was too fast. You're in a missile. The ego, you can't surrender na so viel. But you know, I was on a train flight. The tzaddik can say, mach du it's true. Mogish mashaftu l'shal manimtze. Can do zan it's true. So, but what's not allowing us to do that? The ego. Because we're still seeing the Welt, nicht will sie udem rish not to say von eure Gunas. He saw through everything. We still need time. I need, this is ich, this is my neighbor, this is my shuchen, and this is the Wasser. This is nicht kein gute Sache. It's ekeldig, disgusting. You know, there's layers and choymen. And therefore, we need 8 hours and 3 meals to get to Israel. Right? Met aangepakte bag, I got some peckles. Yeah, I got order.
But it's in Norland, crazy. Just watch today. I'm attracted to the mouth of the people.
Right.
It's here. It's a live human person.
Yeah. But that's the clipper. That's why you're gonna see that's a Dik Maloskin saying that it's a clipper after it's released, because they want you to see the.
It is a clipper now.
They want you to see the technology, see what's possible, and then remove it, and don't get caught up in it. Understand that you can Shafta Shaludim is different.
So
once it's possible, it's a possible.
Algorithms then are real. I mean, it's not just the technology.
That's the Zura. They're hijacking the technology. The elevator flew er op en erop met Amalach. It's an energy there.
But why is it about Zura?
Because of Zura, because when redt zich aan, als the elevator was terug, when the
that is about Zura, but the essence itself is not about Zura.
Of course not, but it depends what you use it for. De Vana is kan about Zura, but dan wordt geleerd when it's good for a person, is it about Zura.
Mashiach kan ook in daarop dat jeder darf gaan met Tomer en alles.
There you go.
Alles darf gaan dat.
So. One second. What's up over me? En vandaag moet er een artikel van
En ik ken ze chanten in de world.
De eerste man. Correct.
Ik ken ze chanten dat het.
Emmes, ja. Dat gaan we bij de taal het is hier. Ik heb de kamers gewend, ik kan het nog eens gezien. We zijn de eerste man echt maar. Die snap ik gezien. Laat het eens zijn. Ik voel hem af, hè. Het klinkt als een aankoop voor de nacht, man. Samach test.
Ein High. Which one is that?
Samach test.
No, je moet.
Kan het doen? Oké. Masha na hagem litn bruch le ish amadi hamashke. La orgem. Oil gasene kiyotse. Haneke shnusen ja in de was de orgem oil gasene als een hagem litn na mashke. Da shliach anus as mashke. Me get och mashke van een shliach was bring de mashke. Lases bruche. Hier op as guse bezoe. Bekide. Met alle vers men wijs. Yes, kan we doen shem nasim van neus en gosh, kan we doen shem neus. Nissen de haneke shneus mas maar zelf door hem neus. We gaan naar Kuva. We gaan naar Oen. Guys and the fanum trugen sich, aber sie haben strug sei. Einzig der zweite einmal die type in the tricks takes you want to get to the point of free gelin. Weil kein sehr neuse samashke neus no bruche. Der ist druk de maske get man am bruche. Shehi beginnen skiria hagaye bei fanum. Dit is de beginning van de rier van de gaes en de fanen. Beginnen neuse benisse. Ki hier neuse samashke. Wa atamashke manase oise. Get strukt hem de maske. Oi shenase me this is an apprentices. Oi shenase me shavurim. Ki amashke hi mechabe. De maske leshtos. De gamma gamemes ktsas. En ook is het sintuna besis. Is machamam. Veloi bira dover ze klal. Begwan is me vargen in de zaak. Okay. Nog een stikkel? Okay. Call me, okay, but I'm just going to go, it's a little tricky. Call me good liaser, zurück lavakshe mavukshe berichik mukim yose. De gressere mensch de water is, was sieht. We zijn essen komt van een waterplaats, lemushel, kom als je onderaan. Schat ze mee, ga je zei, Und man wuchs so mich lamia at samaich, a vegetable is a nun zu sagen, wirklich des was da, des zu ziehen. Es gleich gibt das von der geht samaich man ordet. Ich besumig loy, mamas. Ich besumig la mamas. Ich beheim man verkesses, sumig la gamal ordet. Und beheim is man wakkes auch nun zu der Erd. Ach ich berichte geusek tas man at samaich. Da beheim das schon a rubagen zu essen de groß, wat ze mamas da. Ki beheim gedoyle de größere beheim. Wir malen man at samaich. Is grazie von der Zamaich. Aber bei Nudem, zu der Slowakisch, me wuchsche, berichte ich Jösse, wie Jösse man Abaheima. Der Mensch, sagen me wakisch, ist schon weit weg von mir von Abaheima. Das meint, wo sich, als ich da hier nach Schummen, er darf toilen mit Sandwiches. Weil kein, Moshe Rabbani will was Schulam, Shohi Gudel bemalen me heute zu der Slowakisch, me wuchsche, berichte ich mucken bei Jösse, weil kein, nicht zu der Slowakisch, ist schon mit Midian. Me wuchsche, ruchig macht man es gedilus, wo das meint, ist, können to da atkan. That's going to be atkan. But the kid is as a mensch, ich hab's gearbeitet auf der Mächtnis, a mordige Stückung. Machen revealed auf eins, a mordigen geillige Yesod. Der erste Gott für machen. Machen reveal a mordige geillige Yesod. Nimmt weg die ganze Parche von Achet, nimmt raus. Dus doe maar een zaak weer aan de One second, look. Die ganze Sibbe, der Mensch hat gesagt, mal was hat ihm geschickt. Ja? Der Malach schickt dich dort. Dan schon mal so ausgearbeitet die Pläne von der Heersmechi. Man geht eliminate na sagt, und danach man eliminate die ganze Sache von Achet. Ich do mir kein Geld. Geht am Mashiach blicken wegen der Heerschimmen. Der misst es das gerübt. Ich habe mal warte der Eker schon kein Blusen, weil da man kann es auslösen. Sie blues do auf Koech. Ich suche dass sie fuhr do Aride, sie blues.
Kennst du das Leben, die den Film, wo die Film? Das trinken.
Ah, was hast du gesagt?
Die erste, ja, die zweite, weißt du nicht.
Ich habe schon vergessen die Kasche.
Kennst du das Leben, die den Film, wo die Film?
No, sucht der erste?
Erste, ja, die zweite, weißt du nicht. Kennst du das Leben, die weißt du, ich kann Film.
Ah, okay, sorry. Wow, okay, thank you for that one. Kids it. The kids are a massive, so the word is so. And I'm not going to reveal stuff on more than gesagt. Als Tom Atomme den Schumme weiß, dat ausgeplant Vater, mir weiß, den Schumme dictates dan tog. Was kickt uns für eine Weile von dir, nicht gegen geplant, dass die Geist in der Weile geduldig was. No, dies gewiss ich davon kommen zu 25 degree off of 11th blah 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 that destination. So when the laser kommt darauf, kommen dann die alle meine questions and the alle meine Übungen, Yasser war der Kim Badelig, Eretz Palishtim, die alle meine Wegen kommen daran in Platz daran. Okay, so sie kickt uns wie an Nesoin, maar maar die kimst immer, die brengt dann eine Lichtigkeit in dem Nesoin, dadurch Simcha, dadurch Surrender, zu Adela Juden und Minna, kimst du uns zu der Kavune von der Malach, wo der Malach schickt dich dort, wenn dort dann schon mal ausgetauscht, ausgewählt zu dort, hinzukommen dort. Jetzt, aber so, wusste du mir serious Nefisch für Moshe, ich such mich ein und Sifre go. Was ich wiss, was geht dort. Und ist present in seinem Das. Gewinnt present, mich ein und Sifre, ich wiss es dit. What's the grosse Messias Nefesh? If I had that level of das, I would do it too. What's the grosse Chachma? What's the grosse Chachma as die is choose that each and every one here at this table chose your life and your struggles. And whatever you're judging yourself with Khatum and all mina Zach, with all mina stories. What do you mean I chose this is my path, so why am I suffering? And if I'm suffering, why did I choose this visa arbetnish? Because I get an avire, I get alles, but Tomer kicks jetzt von der Platz, where Nachman sucht, that the only reason, die bist Kanazani richtig, weil die kommst von einer hohe Platz. That in order for the level of cases to cannot activate and do in Welt, ganze Platz Adela Juda, misst die ganze sehr tiefe Platz. In order to können heranbringen an Lichtigkeit in einem Suffix von einem Platz, wie die bist jetzt, in order to können bringen, misst du hoben können call such a hohe Heilig von dein Käse, an heilig von der Schumme, es gibt von einer hohe Platz, die sie kennt herangehen in der Aglaim, also tief in der Dumana, because what's driving you, dann Malach is driving you. It's your heilig an Avia that's driving you. Dann hechte Level der Schumme bestrukt dich. Der Navi is meint als eine snabbe Nibbe. Alle Jeden der Benai Yisrael is Navian. So dann a Schumme sucht der Navi, wie die darfst umkommen. So wuss fiert dich sie in Dortmund, because dann mal, wenn a Schumme kommt von der Dauerige Platz, und dann Tafket is an anzubringen Lichtigkeit, in jene zweike dat Mekzaya am. all the way down at the bottom in Mulbeis Pa'or, heranbringen dort. So Lamaisa, but B'Shas, the Geist hat dort dem struggle, bist in pain. Gechoost oder nicht gechoost. Die kannst dich faken, unhalten sich beim Eck, Barten, Jamen, suchen ich schwimmen. At some point, you let go and you're deep in the water. Bist daran getinken and the Zweikus and the tinkle, and it's just finster, it's painful, there is jealousy, there is kinna, there is tava, there is kovet, there is lost and Zweikus, struggles, hostility, and all that. You're really in it. You're really in it. But not because you're in it, you're there, because when die guys from dort naar rauskriegen, van dort was die activate in such a level of keser within you, such a level of da, such a level of moichem the godless, that's going to light up and bring Yechida and ending in the job once and for all, bring Yechida over the ganze Welt. So Ramach me zo, dat is niet die, en ze zullen zeggen wie aan Avaire, het is gewoon is kan dus een kodesh, Chet meint a mark. Chet is a mark, Chassidus is all over, this is nicht mal a Teures. Chet is a Christian Sache, a sin, and guys werden gepunished for them. Chet is a mark, gemissed the mark, Yone gemissed the mark, or whatever it was, but Shula Melech, the Rashi is the Chassidus is busy all over with it. Wie?
Vayechtu es amatura. Shalechtu es amatura.
Yeah, so let me just finish this. So nein, warte du sag wie an Avaire, but was meint an Avaire? Wir so ins Kick man Avaire, wenn die Kicks ist wenn die Kicks ist von einem Platz, von einem noch, das so auf. Wenn die Kicks ist von exactly. Aber dann sagen wir auf dienen, wenn die Kicks ist von einem Platz von einem noch ist, dann wird aber geht an Avaire, der George mich noch angespart und laat dann das Apegels. There is when even hold on, the anxiety was my experience. When the anxiety was my experience, wie kommt die anxiety? Das kommt von dem Baas. Der Baas was der Mensch out of sich. Er judged sich. Baas, dann halt von dort. That's what feeds it. That's der Amur, the suffix, but when they touch the touch from the word chet, it's a mark, not a missed mark. Man malig hat mich gefeed dort. Ich meine, es ist gemiss, wie ich mal gegessen von dem Eizer das, ich geworden nach chet, wie es herankommen als suffix, maar ik question das, was geschehen zu mir hat, sie, das ist gut von mir. Ich bin ein Suffix mit meiner Vier, mit meiner Schumme, weil ich meine, dass du zwei Begieres, du zwei Gottes, du ein Gott, zwei Regiers. So eins will so. Ja, das ist, ich denke, wir haben gewähne Construction. Du sagst, ich kann mich auf der einen Construction, mach das zu. So now, when I'm in already, not in construction, like, okay, alles ist ja der Schmai, und alles ist Gott. Alles, you know, I'm saying alles, maar das ist die Kidde. Die Kidde ist, alles ist gefeed von Gott, aber die 20 Uhr zurück, nicht gefeed Gott. Als gut geprüft ist in mein Business. But mit einem Fabel technisch da van gaan ze doen. So alles feed the Arbeiter, but dat nicht. You know. So that is the verdreite, that's what's mavdilen. That's the chet. But the chet is there to give us the koich to see wie man darf activate as a very complex and tiefer level of a minna with a kimt around the Purim, which is only going to be healed through when you tap into your Mashiach. Because you need the Eifar Apura for them level of timah, for their level of spikers. I'm a matal asufis, kimt around a level of spikers and the body is contaminated. So this is the Eifar Apura.
So
what Mechainu knew is, sof, he's experiencing the pain. He's completely is rangang in Mechainu. He went into a place that he can meet the biggest suffix in das, the biggest amul, like that. There's an answer to that because Moshe zilbelak wie hier is gegangen mit Tumor, Moshe got ran Mechainu. And this is where David the Moshe came.
That's the only way out.
That's the only way. That's the only way because you have to rang an bisschen nukratem an bisschen lachen an null base power. Weißt du base power is? Weißt du base power is? Zwischen the zwei V's. Base power, like all the way there and bringen Mashiach and Geila that all the way there.
In other words, he called his bluff because he went there and not an Pasha, whatever.
Oh, big fakir. He called it, but I used to call his bluff.
Yeah.
Of course.
No.
He called his bluff. Hold on, let's go like this. Maar het is niet wie twee geven dan besmenisch. Die gast hinder gebe ich 200. Okay, whatever, got time. Redt von Moshe, redt him, redt von the level of nicht kann as verklarisch, was mit ihre. Punem mit punem. Das ist nicht kein Werte, was man fällt, das damals im Gat schwitzen jetzt, im Gat schmissen. The minute he said Machayinu, he dropped into complete Machayinu. There's a level of him that was immediately disconnected.
He was ready to.
He put his words in like boom, Machayinu. Because it's all still happening right now. Anitzki dulsha nitzki gat kamala shavek. So Aibik, the lichas Basamigdash, lichas Har Sinai. It's still happening now, but we're dropped. The evolution is nicht furos. The evolution is arof and arof. So we're all the way in 2024, drawing from that moment still. That's still present in the moment. So after Yenzel mispashet zan, so Ibergießen, Iberfilm, the Shvaya 9 million. Very good. Shvaya 9 million. It's a starke word because after.
So what we can tell us that Avayra is actually nicht daranting an the Machayim. And the Chira is in the Zest, that's not going Amar.
So give you noch mal das so bereden. Avayra is nicht in Anskan an the Machayim.
Siehst du Avayra? Siehst du nur Amar?
Sich Lieberman. Oh, okay, good. Ja. No, good.
Siehst du Avayra?
Ich kann noch altijd dran als ja. Ja, was good. Die bist 100% good. Ata Tzadik. Vani said
Du musst jetzt das Suffix wissen.
Wo ist das Suffix?
Der Spin ist von der Suffix. Derselbe Suffix wie der.
Ja, but it's mis an Spin. Weil man dreht im Krager.
He is fine.
Ich verstehe. But it's mis an Suffix und das sucht mich schwer. Von nehmen allein der ganze Suffix ist.
Oh, die gebrecht. Oh, okay.
Sie wird gedreht das Suffix da. Wie lange der ganze Tag kann continue.
Ja.
Ja, wo sagst du?
Wundersch, I don't think you can say it all. The stira from Avayra was we all grew up in Avayra, other Samar.
Correct. So yeah,
and the answer is when it's done.
But one second.
Back on Avayra, the pain is real.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Besides that Chassidus right from the Masach, zoek er nog hoe is nog eenmaal uitgegaan because du zoekt Nachman, waar kein hitzig lewakst du is mit denk me vuksho ruch macht mas gedulose. Der Riche kommt, wie groß die bist, schaut es, als tauscht den ganzen Blick, wie soll man kicken tun an weiter. Sagt in German, du weißt, wo es die bist, wie die bist? Weil, in order for die to activate that level of consciousness, ich muss dich pressen all the way in Gargle, bis the end, so you can activate your level of Adaloyud in such a, in tzadikim der Aglaim. See der Aglaim, like in my business, in my arbeit, in the bar, exactly. Wie de Malach stirbt. So lechaim zu Malach, lechaim zu Malach. Very good. Yeah, fully. You should have ganz nebbig gedreht. Sehr gut. Ik ben aan de vriend met de gitaar. Wie is er gegaan? Van mijn salaris uit? Naar ring? Ik wil spelen. Ik heb gezegd dat we dan in de Tifel doen. Naar ring?
Ja, gemaakt.
Oh, wie is er gemaakt?
Gemaakt gedaan.
Oh, gemaakt gedaan. Zeg dat.
Afstappen? Relevant.
Absoluut.
Oké.
Wat de kleine, de grote nu? Wat is er gezegd met hem?
Ja.
Ja, dat gaat?
Vreer?
Huh?
Zeg weer.
Je hebt ze gewoon spelen.
Kom eens hier in de grootste spelen, ja.
Nee, ik vreeg het.
Nee, dat is het gegeven, maakt het zo.
Nee.
Dat is het?
Ja.
Dat is een naam tegen.
En she stays in Suriname.
is the Purim of the Welt. It's the Purim of the Welt, Adela Yuda, going into the place within yourself where there is no logic, there's no understanding, just feeling, just being connected to your Yechida Shabanefesh, being connected to Esther Amalka that went all the way to the end, Mesiris HaNefesh. Wie kim Mesiris HaNefesh? L'chayra davda Mesiris HaNefesh. Mesiris HaNefesh. Dat is aan het
Believe the people.
Volgens? Zij? Eichel Kanesh? Is het een Eichel Kanesh?
Hi, Eichel Kanesh.
Finuf.
Ah. Hi. Okay, sounds good.
So these opens everything, not just the body.
Yeah, the young and Yechida. She's a young and all the way. I mean, again, it's important. It's important to understand that when Esther gestaan in the front van Achashverosh, she's gestaan in the front van Melech Malchei Amlochim. This is not geworden genitzt as a vessel to manifest this show played down over there with that level of fear, with that level of surrender. There's the God for the surrender is given. Sie gestanden in front von Melech Malchei Amlochim. Es macht dat om een veeltje dorten. Ken zijn gelieven we gaan als. One second. Nicht das wir uns ausgeführt gesagt. Here's the God for. Nicht dass der Eibischte Geliebe gewollt. Akkurat. Maar gemisst triggern. Der ist Schulung. Das darfst du sehen. Der God for. Die kannst du begaan. Kannst du ook. Ja, ik kan dat zijn vandaag. Maar ze besser. Nicht Geliebe als wel de Eibischte gewollt als Akkurat. But in order to trigger this level of light, this level of geula, I gedacht an azab level of fear nazar show. The Zalba sagt wir nach Mazur. Listen. The Zalba sagt, yeah, fear. Nein, fear. What again fear?
It's chalchal.
The kinder, hello, my guy thinks shecht the morgen. What's fear? So whatever way they process fear, so missed an anke met dat in de geula. I feel a dart met alles eradicating amul, was in een kacha. Dat is gunish to things. What are you talking about?
Ja, echte fear.
Is it real fair? There's nobody wrong. Holocaust at that time. One second. Hold on 1 second. Adihos, if you have a billion, you have 120 watts. If you have 120 watts of electricity, if you have 110 watts of electricity, if you have 110 watts of electricity, you need this type of wire. If you have 220, you need this type of wire. If you need a different type of vibration, you have a behemoth. You have an animal. You have this, you have that. When you need to bring in Mashiach consciousness, imagine the type of vessel you need to prepare for that level of surrender, that level of clarity, that level of eradication of any type of suffix. I said, I'm one. I'm connected with my source. I'm in the Yechida, I'm in one, I'm connecting with the source, I'm bringing down the source. So, the showdown is given, the Esther staat in front van Achashverosh. Der Melech is again on Mohedi wat Kish, 127 Medinas, a powerful man. Ja, Chuchem, nicht Chuchem, who cares? They get on the ganze show. Okay? And Esther, die gestanden dat in front van hem, het represented, het rausgequetscht, the level of Yechidische Benefesh van Matche, and van Esther, and nog de ganze Klal so generated that type of energy. Aber sie können rüberbringen den consciousness von Yechidische Benefesh, von Purim, von Adela Yuda. In the Shabbat the process, this is the ripple effect. We went through the process, and you want me to answer that in a simple, yeah, it's all in the process.
The truth, no?
No, the truth, I'm saying, the tip of
painting,
we're already past it, we're already waking up. 100%. Die hebben zich gewoon gepuncht in de neus. So the Zavadach Nachman zoekt als they was Esther is doorgegangen. She went to the place, but she daarop brengt als haar lichtigheid, als ik dacht gaan, sie in mijn vikker, she gaan als even vater weg. Ze misgaan all the way surrender to the point we man gesagt, die misgein morgen. Er sagt, ich kenne es, ich bin geriefen, schon 3 Tage. Ich gehe fast, aber der Buch gerief nicht. Es meint, als ich kenne ein Stückchen mit sie, ich kann nicht machen dem Jichad, ich miss an in dem Level of, mit jener Geuschig, sie können activating in mir, dem Käse, und der Buch gerief nicht. Ich kann nicht zicken. Ich kann vielleicht umkommen ziehen. Vielleicht kann ich umkommen, aber ich muss aber der rief mich nicht. Es meint, als befahrig Kimura, Philipp, bin ich schon fertig. And I failed. We're failing the mission. We need more prayer. We have more tefillas, we have more tikkun kluli, we have more oiris, we have more generate more energy.
Das ist ein Mensch, der war doch nicht gefehlt. Gegangen in die tiefe Platz, machen gestellt. Gedacht, dort umkommen. Dort nicht getan, was gedacht hat.
Correct. Aber die guys one second. Die guys da fiana Platz. Von der Erfahrung, ich denke, es mal gesucht früh. Yes, dann Malach hat choose the path. And the Erfahrung, was mit dir, der geliebte der Mensch geht da durch, hat choose, dass kein umkommen zu sein, jüdische Benefisch. Aber soft, you're gonna have consequences for the Erfahrung. Gechoosed oder nicht gechoosed. In the game that you're playing, whatever is real to you, Tom du bist ready to surrender alles. Aber du wirst nur ein paar Grazes für, sie können kaufen Brot und Milch für dein Kind. That's all you need. You don't need much. The hose is the elder tool, you're fine. You're going to have a struggle there. That's where you're going to be tested because of the chet. So yeah, I was gechoosed. But I'm going to go through a process that I'm going to have to fix that, and I'm going to go through kechit asar. When the more dark is the gain there, the more pressure got them to get zippen button. Yeah, okay, man, bist a gibber. The eerste is je schrak when the cancer is bezogen. Okay. The eerste is je schrak when you get pulled over, you don't get afraid. Als is more, die half met een minute. Net de gat in een plaats, wie is dat weer gepinched. Die ene plaats. That's get geschenkt van de get. So zoekst dat is gaan to the get, zoeken naar what the consequences are. Ik kan dat zoeken de malige guys. But you're gonna have to play with the other side of the malach too.
You're right at re-invite the consequences as well.
Exactly. But then you can flip it again. Reb Nachman's and Chabad as comes good shoes. Weil man a Shuma gedacht zieke mit Zazah Suga and the kids in jener Platz. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no look. There's no more chet. Alles is. Thank you. So hold on. Now that you're given the key, listen to this.
Actually, jede Minute kommt ein Blitz. Spark.
Now that you are given the power and the key to know that there's no such thing as a head, can still zoom. Okay, I'm gonna fly vogel because they have normale willen zijn. So I'm giving you the responsibility too. Understand that yes, the malach got defeat, but you're gonna be playing that game. You're gonna live that nightmare. Pen's gone. But no matter how much you know, that's where you're gonna get the mindfulness. Chaim, Abe, wow.
In other words, as unreal this world is, this is an echte welt.
Yes, very good. Very good.
And
the problem is, the meer is leven in de echte welt, de vater zijn we zo in English. Van de Vienna consciousness, van Mashiach.
Yeah? Was ist das andere?
The Mishkan is due, but it's coming as a shame because in the Mishkan, the Basmigdash can sound man geile, dan geile, and dan panusa, and dan shef, and whatever it is that you're looking for. This is into Basmigdash. But the can as a shame, it's faneku. So it can the Illinois, the tornadoes, and the volcanoes, and for the others.
Yeah.
Wees gefiedert, ik heb gezegd met Wasser en is nothing. That's the thing that was also that thing.
I will try. I will try. Close it up. I will try. Tati, help. This is the Nachman's brothers. This might be Shirayos because the valve had the vibration. This is the fabric. Is that all shine? Imagine we can all shine. Mary. Okay, still it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, still it. Okay,
Be a low voice.
No, that's not going to come. No,
episode call.
Zakave is lo yishma, ja?
Unako?
So
let's
Aroshan. Er fragt, was geschehen, wenn sie mitten Wasser.
Mit Wasser?
Das Akkus alle. Geht lacht zum Moer. Das weit bei der Mord. Das hat mich gekommen.
Veel schon doen, denk ik.
De heet nog. Zaira subtle sound. Als ze niet voorstellen op de dingen aan de Moer. Is de hechtste.
Wauw. Zaira is. Like that, but even thinner.
setup.
There's a kopstemmer, man.
Yeah, but the word van a kopstimme is that you're creating a vibration that is happening, and eigenlijk nooit einer dat was model, en je de gapt of een vibration. Dat is geen normaal. So
de kop is
it's too dik, het is wel dunner.
de kop werd bedelig van mij. Mag ik geen kop. Dan keer dat een guide door. Een guide van de pneumius en de COVID. Daarop te de moer. En dan, dus is een beetje aan de processing van de judgment. In de hart. De hart, twee gelukken. Zo de nefsche, we gaan met nefsche rekis. Snijden te regelen. Zo de sofik in de moer. Sofik in de moer is wat de mensen er staat. Zo. Dus de riet van de mens is een sofik met een hart. En deze sofik veel is alle gift of energie. Nou, het acte, als de mens kunt doen, is maken, is voor iets de diepste plaats en de hechtste plaats, dat zegt weer connected, die anders is met de
Wie?
die een plaats is neemt het aan de, is dat de keizer en de malchus, dat zegt neemt de nervus, to the yourself, the nervus to the keizer. Je gaat vinden, ligt eraan in de diepste plaats in de kolen. En maakt het kolen op. De hechtste plaats in de mooier, in de keizer. En dit is de mamaki principe. De beten she'oil she'vati. En de beten she'oil she'vati in de diepste plaats. Dus bij het erop, dan moesten ze dat ik kool. Dus dan kia kisa kool. Es ist bei Kaya alle Nesuchen. Es ist eine Dukan-Sprache, und dort ist der einzigste Platz, wo die Mensch kann halten, was auch als die Indien findet, Tfille, auf der Familie-Episoden, und in derselbe Zeit, guck mal auf der Dua, auf den Metzies. Die Schneier Feichim, das können sich zusammenkommen und morgen auf Platz. Das ist also kalt, das geht von der Matte der Male, der Lischem Ikim. Das ist die Sorte der Adler, das Schand in Purim. Das beschaut, dass es Schand wird, alle Chochme. Das von dort kommt heraus alle Klugkeiten und alle Sicherheiten. Schand daran in der Yesod. Die Yesod ist der Platz, es wird received. Es wird received, und dann wird geprocessed. De Schäfer, das kommt aus, de Schäfer, de Ar, de Flugkai, de Maniche, de Simche, alles wird geschickt. Und es geht doch heute, es geschehen de Schwierig, es geschehen de Pagan, so, de Prozess von der Picken. De Purim ist mein Änderungskonzept. Es ist ein Ort von Geille, das ist ein Hecher von der Platz, das ist scheinbar als schwierig. Es wird connected mit dem Ganzen. Die Yesod, die Chochme, das ist die Yesod meint die Experience in the gift. Der tiefste Heilig von der Nefe spielt sich aus in the gift. Das heißt die Yesod. Das ist auf der Kure Kav. Auf der Kav von der Adel ist die Yesod. Es ist gar nicht wahr, the process von der Stalschluss, es wird nicht gechallenged. Bei dem, der Art, das heißt, Be'ayr, als Pirem schäft man die auch, man kann es ein Schmargisch sein, aber wenn ein Mensch steigt auf Be'ayr, du geht zu der Be'ayr zu trinken ein Gläschen Wasser, das darf der Result sein, so viel Wasser in seinem Mund. Und kommt nun nach, du auf Uhr, oder du hast ein Emmers, ein Heim zu nehmen, das darf es nicht viel. Das ist normal, der Ort von Pirem, das so groß ist, das ist für die ganze Jahr, das ist der ganze Jahr Pirem. Der Ort von der Gehirn von jedem Tag ist der Ort von Pirem. Normal, der Schaas Pirem, der Teure Eisel, geht zu einem Platz, wo die das ist gut spielt. Aber nur including mit den Emotions. Geht zu einem Platz, wo du bist pushen, du bist scheuer. Weil wenn ein Tag, der scheuer, der Ort von Pirem, der Ort von der Gehirn, der Ort von Kennen halten der Wasserachas, the process and the result, the journey and the destination, jede Regel Wasserachas, der Stockikus und der Dweikus.
Well, then on jump on that. Mom is very powerful what he's saying, but whoever heard these guys, how many times I want to give you the words in Chabad. Was Chabad zoekt dezelfde wet. Remember, Magazukt as Rootzen bypasses everything, right? The last year here, Father, we talk about the Rootzen bypasses everything because the Keser run their own program. The Keser is the Kenny. What is Rootzen is Keser? Is the zweite Chalik from Keser, the Arich Ampen. Yeah, so that's the Arich, which is tiny, the upper Chalik, and nog the Arich, the Rootzen is the lower part. So the Rootzen, when ich will etwas, and the von my Rootzen, ich kann gespoines. Zeg ja, nicht, ich kaufe Wahn auf Shabbos, I don't care, whatever it is. Einde war open von my Rootzen, no logic. That is the Purim. That's exactly what he just said. Very, very nice. From Rav Nachman's Blake. Beautiful as he is. But if you have that, now you're chopping, right? Easy, chop the roots. Like einde war open von my Rootzen. Gestern in the Beten, as ik beshoot tachtir.
Beten Shoel Shivati.
Beten Shoel?
Beten Shoel Shivati.
Beten Shoel Shivati. That is the roots, right here. The inner child, the solar plexus. The roots. That's so nice. Love you out there. Wow.
Beten is ook met de verse van de Gillen. Alle zaken in de wereld, met vier. Jede zaak is bij iets ook draaien en ook vinden en ook zitten.
Is it this?
We zullen ze maar gaan naar daar. We doen ijsje mijn opvat. Alles in de drieën. Maar we doen dat proces voor vier. We zullen leggen in de olie. Dat is helemaal waar. Jede zaak is vier. Dat is een ook wel 50. Straks. We doen ze maar gaan naar daar. Die is zo. ijsje mijn opvat. We doen de koeien. Dus we maken de koeien hygiene. Es ist die Sache, es ist nicht eins von der alle vier, aber es ist included in der alle vier. Es ist die Kitzel von jeder Käse von der
This is für das Very nice. Wow, never heard of this.
Alle Parallels von vier, ook in de mens hat de Moel, Lev, Kovel. Das ist drei, aber der Lev ist geteilt in zwei. Das ist nur Moel. Und der Lev wird es geteilt und dann tut es sich zu eins. Und der fünfte von dem ist der Heilig, das ist der Neshama, das kommt doch mal rein in den Mensch. Maar der Heilig von der Neshama, der Schiene von der Mensch. Shabbos, da kommt man mehr. Der andere Heilig ist der Avire, und dat alles in der Makife von der Koinischen Udam. Dat is de neshama. So bij iets met de mensen doen drie processen. Dus een mooie plek kopen. En bij iets doen de vier, de mooie met de twee gelukken van de lijf met de kopen. En bij iets doen de 50. Dit is de heilig kanalen. De mensen experience dat de kennis altijd kan afgeven. Het offer is alle gatoen en alle jasmins en alle zaken voor kleiner. Is komt van de korte offer. In de koine Seudam is offer de kovet. Van de leven. Dat is de tiefste plaats in de beten. Dort liegt de inning van de offer. Aber in dezelfde zaad, in de nefesh riech en de shumma, de shumma is in de moech, de riech is in de lef, en de nefesh is in de kovet. Staat als de experience van de mens, de nefesh is de experience. De experience stelt zich als in de gif, es is de nefesh, es is de sof van de nefesh. Dafke dorf, nur dorf de nefesh de nefesh, this is de Sava Kodesh Baruch Hu Yisrael Bidu B'Tachtonim. So meine Dafke, wenn ich halb auf Ufer, wenn ich halb auf an Arweier, wenn ich halb auf Achet, wenn ich hab, was es nicht wie kein Chet, aber ich denke, sich besuchen gekickt, was es wie ein Achet, als ich wie ein Nistmark, in wissen wir, mit der Art von Lashon HaKodesh, mit der Art von Nachman, als ich nur das hatte, immer wie Mist. Es thought I missed it then, but I never missed it. In demos habe ich das gehabt, gekent nur bekommen, da ich verpoel la Masse. Jetzt, wie bald das Zman schon erlebt, kann ich es tauschen in mein jetziger Blick. Das heißt, ich tausche es jetzt, aber ich tausche mit Zies, ich tausche es bei mir. Ich mache schon, aber ich tausche mit Zies in Retrospekt. Und da würde ich gesagt, dass man rechnet, dass er eine gegessen mit vieles Zies, weil es erklärt ist. Wenn es nicht übergereiht wird, dass die Rechnung gegessen Kudischen. Kommt aus, als du auf Weg, der einzigste Weg zu essen Kudischen mit Poil, ist, wenn man dreht immer mal vieles Asiris, mit Achiva Mahara, mit dreht es über den Ganzen. Und das geschieht dafür in der Covid, in der Opfer. Weil mit Beten zu uns Shivati, der steht, der Geizer der Telefonie, hat er gegangen, weil ihr sagt, so gut mit Doilu und Modu. Er ist rübergegangen bis der Modu, und er hat geschrieben von da, weil er jetzt macht, dass ihr wisst, als er kommt an es. Er stand eine ganze Zeit, und er gewiss, dass er gleich kommen an es, und die einzigste Sache, was er war, ist er gar nicht schnell behäkelt. Die einzigste Sache, was er war, das ganze Telefon soll schreien für den Platz. Maar hat er sich da weggestellt, und er gewissen, dass es da rausgeht. Ich meine, wenn man hypt auf die Art von Pieren, ist der Art von Israel Zurich, dann ist es nur Maran, als der Chet, wie gesagt, nicht schafft, als der eigentliche Reiter noch mal Chet. Maar hier bekommt man neue Startlers auf Nummer 6. Und das geschieht dafür in der Inne von der Offer, in der Kover, in der schwersten Plätze, dort wird es übergereicht. Und dort ist eine Sache, die ich nicht das will. Also meine ganz gut, wenn wir dort einen Zazar-Platz, und einen Zazar-Ready-to-Process, und es sind ist dealt man mit der Heilig von der Amulai, es challenged ist, und man darf es an hin und zurück. Dort Pieren bypassen die ganze Process, dort nicht kann Achise, weil die Jichid geschieht bei Hallo. Kom maar gemeint, also, wir gesehen, dass du da mit hier. Gemeint, also es beschafft, dass alles so schluckt. Das ist nicht von Jichid. Und was ich gewiss ist, dass wenn die Jichid geschieht bei Hallo, das meint, dass die geschieht von einer hechere Platz, da die hat ich kein Exit, da die hat ich kein Achise. Wir meinen, der Satz von Pieren, der Gusche von Pieren, die man bringt daran der Ort in der Welt, ist dafür, dass ich nicht das sind für Essen oder Trinken, wir besuchen und dort tanzen. Es muss simpel bemoren, nicht auf einer so wie was simpel. Ein simpel Katur ist das Feikel. Immer das simpel gelehrt. Immer das simpel, wird daran nefisch, mit sich das Baten, sie stellt sich heraus in einer Rekel, und dann muss es Mutter Ragel und Ragel. Der Mensch macht ein Jichid, jeden Moment tanzt, hat er die Fies, man legt es zurück heraus, und vielleicht machen wir ein Jichid für die Sodomachs. Weil es gerät, was darf du dort tanzen und dort essen und trinken, dort liegt der Kranich und Pieren, weil bei jetzt in der Ort von Pieren können wir nicht haben, was es von der ganzen Ehe. Das ist geschmeidig in Anführungszeichen haben. Und das Second, was man trinkt, und erst, nur der muss tun, dass wir darf in der Kurve, darf in der Modell von Schwarati.
So to bring it into Chaim, to aanbrengen in Lamata Masurat Vuchem, so when we zo, is Hest Malcha, inner child work. Malcha, inner child work. The inner child work of Purim is.
This is move of English. What do you call
bitter?
Move.
Bitter.
The gal.
What is the gal of English? En zoek ik de ik heb gemaakt maar ik om te vliegen. Wat is ook ik doile move? Wat is de move of English? The gal.
So the inner child work of Purim is that offer, ik zoek de get, is more than an offer. Ga ik offer dat de get. Het smijt als de offer is jede small to do tracks door van body of give. To do de water met sapeges. To do een mees door van give. Jeder had gezegd child met mees met ons getreden. We jassen we de kim weer gaan midden. Dat via de midden met ons getreden de midden. So ze doen de alle meer paths die doen of een du zijn de gatoen, we schalt nog zurück. We zijn de mafdielen, we zeggen mafdielen. I got it. There's another second of Dylan. So, yeah. So, yeah. So a second of Dylan is in Purim is uklinen de stoit, to dust her off. Use the leaves to dust her off, to create, to erase. Timcha zeichen amulik, erasing the tracks with his God. And this comes to North team of the Gastan as a hoge vibration from Radla, from Adelaide. No logic, so then you let go as it's a fall. The ganze pissen van Ramses te fall. Het had niet kunnen koeien. Wel inshalten maar onder een probleem. Je gedenkt nog. Je gedenkt, ik ga al kappen. Ik ga wel geven met hem. Dus Timcha zeichen amulik, dus gieren, dus gooien. Gedenk wie de bist in van de hoogste vibration. Vandaar kannst du delete. Nou, so wie they game is man schreibt mit Mund, mit zwei Rädern. Und dann sagt man, macht man over the ganze picture, die F-Stoff die ganze Sache kennen sie in der Skeleton. Ja, du weißt, was heißt das? Das ist mit drei. Der rote Frame. Die zwei weiße Buttons auf der Seite. So als Kind fragt man, sagt man, da gaan die ganze Sache F-N maar gesehen, dem Skeleton innenweinig. Like, wow, it was scary. You saw the bones of it. Dezelfde Sache is, Purim wist deleten dem ganzen midbar in the koyach war much gewagt the midbar zum gewagt the members masuas anything that happens is in the members masuas Hashem man this is the gevirus alles is dort maar dat is smaller zijn van dat so deleten the koyach gedenken de malig gedenken we de malig wie de malig viert gedenken we de malig viert gedenken we de malig viert
who's triggering the malig?
Who's trigger the malach? Yeah, your destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had beautiful guests? You have or you had? For Shabbos. Wow. Oh, Shechio